on over 30 radio stations in western Pennsylvania. And on the net with over 10 schools and hundreds of live and archived broadcasts at www.msasports.net. Anytime, anywhere, always there. We are the MSA Sports Network.
Welcome to the PIHL on MSA. PIHL High School Hockey on the Management Science Associates Sports Network is sponsored in part by the Mount Lebanon Ice Arena, by J&J Distributing, by First Commonwealth Bank, by Carlow University, by UPMC Sports Medicine, by Pro Grass, by Dunkin' Donuts, and by Management Science Associates.
Welcome to bright and beautiful Kittanning at the Belmont Ice Complex, where tonight it is the video game of the week, the PIHL video game of the week between the Bishop McCort Crimson Crushers and the Freeport Yellow Jackets. Joined alongside color announcer Brandon Showers and video technician Jess Levo, I'm Mike Azadian, and we're looking forward to this game. These two teams, Brandon, high up in the standings in AA. Bishop McCort and Freeport fighting for second place. Both teams coming off a win. Freeport beat Westmont Hilltop on Tuesday. And Bishop McCort beating Franklin Regional, both with 23 points, one behind Franklin Regional.
Well, if you look at it too, Mitch, on the other side of things, Freeport comes in 2 wins in a row. 1 win against Westmont Hilltop, like you said. They beat West Allegheny as well. They ended up losing to Thomas Jefferson 9-4 a little while ago. But this is a Freeport team that really a win tonight could propel either team, Freeport or Bishop McCort, into first place in the East, pending the outcome of Franklin Regional's game this evening if they're playing tonight. I completely forgot to double-check that to see if Franklin was playing tonight. If not, they'd have 25. Whoever wins has 25 points and propels to first in the East. Whoever loses stays at third in the East in that scenario.
A high-scoring team early in the season, 11-6 over Westmont, 10-1 over Greensburg, 1 over Greensburg, 9-6 over Sarah, 3 over Franklin. They scored 7 against Gateway. A little bit of a lull mid-season, losing to Kiski, losing to Montour, and losing to South Park. But since that time, tied against South Fayette, beat Bishop McCort 4-3 the last time they faced them. Did have a tough loss back early in January to Thomas Jefferson, but this is a team that scores a ton of goals.
Yeah, it's a team that comes into the game averaging 4.5 goals per game. Very, very offensively minded team, a very good team, and that's led by a few players with over 2 points per game, with Michael Frazetta, Stone Haberstraw, and where's he at? Robert Reichenbach.
Yeah.
He is, third in the PIHL in scoring.
Is it brother John, one of the assistant coaches. On the other side, Bishop McCort started off the season a loss to Franklin Regional, the team ahead of them in the standings. They beat Gateway, beat up on Greensburg-Salem, stuck a lot of wins together, a couple of close ones, 2-1 over Westmont Hilltop, a tie over Montour, only 3 goals against Swickle Academy, a tough loss to South Fayette, but since that time, beat up South Park, beat Thomas Jefferson easily, a close one over West Allegheny 5-4, a close one over Wheeling Catholic 6-5, a loss to Freeport we talked about already, and their last 2, which you talked about, they lost to Wheeling Park 6-5, but beat Bishop McCort 6-2. Maybe don't score as many goals as Freeport, but close. They played in closer games.
Well, they're averaging 4.3 goals per game, so they know where the back of the net is. Be interesting to see what these two teams decide to do strategically, because if you look at it, they both faced each other very recently. One of the last 3 games for Bishop McCort was against Freeport, and Freeport's goaltender in that game was Matt Houston, who's one of the top goaltenders in the PIHL. Comes in with a goals against average of 4.46. Has a save percentage, though, of 8.865. Very, very good goaltender in net, and one of the better goaltenders in net, one of the most wins in the PIHL.
For Bishop McCort, Connor Bunn leads away with 17 goals. Tristan Mock has 11. This was as of Monday. 12 assists for Anthony Formica and Christopher Miller, so they're well-rounded with 5 guys in double scoring. Their goaltender, and I would imagine that's going to be who we'll see, is John Bradley. 10 wins, 3 losses. He's got every decision. 2.76 goals against average, 8.94 save percentage as the teams are on the ice. We were going to take a break. We're going to keep it here. Bishop McCort will be in gold with red piping, black pants, numbers red on gold, can see that very well. Freeport in the home white with blue pants, blue numerals with yellow piping. It should be interesting. Brandon, you're going to keep score of the game and shots and all that fun stuff. You're the man. I knew I can count on you for that. And Freeport will move right to left on your computer screen, and Bishop McCort left to right on your computer screen.
You might see Freeport come out with a little bit of a change in net. No, they're going to start out. They are going to go with Houston. I thought maybe they'd think about going with Caitlin Hill. Another very good goaltender, comes in 5-2-0, 4.7 goals against average and 84% save percentage. Actually, if Houston is 1, Hill is 1A, just because they are that close with each other. Very good teams. Very good.
Both teams have a female backup. Caitlin Hill, as you mentioned, and Bishop McCort has Mary Majersic. So, and you see now, a lot of the gals want to be goaltenders. We've seen it across the years. A lot of good goaltenders over the years, and not as many females as you would think, but still, it seems like there's almost a team nowadays.
Hockey's probably the one sport that does a very good job at the high school level of attracting 1 or 2 females onto the boys' squad, because a lot of schools don't have the girls' squad.
Again, Bishop McCort will move left to right, and getting in there to take the face-off, that's Connor Bunn, and he faces Robert Reichenbach. Freeport loses control. Bishop McCort comes in on a rush. It's Bunn. Shot goes wide. Covered up, though, by the goaltender, Matt Houston. So right away, loose puck. He jumps right on it.
Not a bad job by Houston there. He had a lot of bodies crashing down on him. Just freeze the puck, take the face-off. Freeport was able to win the face-off at center ice, but like you said, they lost it in the neutral zone.
Freeport wins it this time. Here comes Reichenbach. Pass to the left wing to Haberstroh. Haberstroh dumps it into the zone.
Offsides.
And it's going to be offsides on Freeport. So a little bit of slow going to start. And also on the ice for Freeport is number 71, Cassandra Saran, and number 35, Benjamin Tresmicki, and Michael Frazetta. We'll get the rest of the McCort players when we can. Out there is Anthony Formica, along with Connor Bunn. Puck behind the McCort net. Freeport in control. Shot, save, made off a shot by Stone Haberstraw. Big save by both goaltenders already. Bradley comes up big.
Good job by Bradley there with the glove hand to get his hand up on the puck, take it down, and just freeze it there. They didn't count that first one from McCort as a shot. I think they said it deflected off of the backboards and then came out toward the front of the net.
Face-off, scrum, and out comes Zachary Goins. Goins on the left wing. He has a man. That's called Berkebau. Berkebau misses it. Freeport will break out. Coming out is Thomas Interreri. Left wing, turns. Good defensive play by Richard Phillips into the corner. Phillips tries to fight for it, skates it along. Puck's loose. Picked up by Freeport and Tanner Hill. Hill has it to the point. To Speakman. Speakman shot block. Here comes McCort. They're going to try to break out, and they get it to center ice, but Freeport manages to pick that puck up. Does Daniel Colfish, and dumps it all the way in on goal, and Bradley covers it up. And slow going here, 15:49 remaining in your video game of the week. No score between Bishop McCort and Freeport.
Well, as you'd expect, really, between these two teams, with how familiar they are with each other, with how recently they've played, plus on top of that, this game, both teams know what's on the line. This could be very good playoff atmosphere.
Yeah, they're playoff teams unless one of these teams completely falls apart. I don't think anything's clinched. And there's a dump toward the goal, and Bradley, last-minute reaction, sticks it away. Freeport dumps it in on goal to get a reaction from him. Now it's Nathan Knecht to center ice, loses it, and he puts a man on his wallet. He checks Joel Bednar. Now behind his own net is Knecht. Knecht comes out, tries to find Christopher Miller, loses it, dumped back in by Bednar. Now trying to control the puck is Miller. He loses it, and McCort having trouble. Shot on goal by Kolfesh, stuck aside by Bradley. And looks like we may have icing on the play by McCort, and Brandon. McCort just cannot get the puck out of its own end.
Yeah, not a bad icing, though. Keep in mind, at the high school hockey level, you still get to change up. It's not played with NHL rules to where you can't change up after an ice. So get a fresh set of legs on the ice. But McCort just can't seem to clear the puck successfully. They can get it to the neutral zone, and then Freeport really does a good job of cutting it down.
And that's exactly what just happened there. They got it to the neutral zone, stuck back in by Freeport. There's Phillips now trying to get it out. Loose puck shot taken by Reichenbach, the aforementioned one of their leading scorers, Robert Reichenbach, and it goes off the goalie and into the netting. Speaking of netting, Brandon, folks, if you see that netting, it's the protective netting for the fans, and you just have to live with it. In this day and age, nobody can't get anybody hurt. Saran for Freeport tries to dump it, picked off by Bunn. Here comes Bunn. Good defense by Freeport. Now finally McCort comes in. Backhander and off a defenseman, and Matt Houston takes the puck that just kind of dribbled in off a defenseman. Both goaltenders sharp so far, 14:39 remaining here in the first period.
Yeah, and you got to watch, too. McCort might want to try to just fire a couple shots onto Houston. He hasn't really faced a true shot. They counted that one there as a shot on goal. He hasn't faced a true shot yet. Maybe test him, try to get him sleeping early.
The other way, here comes Haberstraw. Left wing, looks, fires toward the goal, stuck aside by Bradley. Right side, Freeport gets a hold of it. That's Reichenbach. He's quick to the net, throws it to the front. It's picked off by Phillips. Phillips winds it around. Saran stops it. Now McCourt's going to try to get it out. Possible break for Formica, but it's going to be going on goal, and Houston covers it up. So we've played almost 3 minutes, and we've had 4 stoppages already. Well, I can't count.
3 stoppages down here. Yeah, at least 6 stoppages. I thought you were going to say total shots. It's been a total of 4 shots so far in this game, and 3 of them were out of Freeport. McCort get the puck set up in the offensive zone, trying to play a little bit of dump and chase.
Birkebaugh and Templin out there from McCort, but on offense, here comes Thomas Intereri, and offsides on Freeport. Bad flow early in this game. Neither team can really get it going.
Yeah, I think they got Hill there on the offsides, number 11, Tanner Hill. I think he was just over the line and got called for it 1 step too early.
Face off, handled, and right in front of us, a little fight for it. Thomas Intereri can't control, dumped by McCort. And going back to check it out is Cameron Speakman. Speakman behind his own net, gets it to Intereri on the near side. Now he throws the puck, almost intercepted, and Garrett Smith with it. Smith now, right side to Tanner Hill. Hill chases, and good defense by Nathan Knecht. Get it out of there. And Freeport dumps again. Knecht intercepts and throws it up into the bench. And again, another face-off. And sometimes evenly matched teams, you play defense, you get a lot of stoppages, and there's not a lot of flow early.
Yeah, it's really the kind of the philosophy of like a heavyweight boxer out in the ring early in the first and second rounds, just really filling out their opponent, trying to figure out where any weaknesses might be. And when you're 2 good teams like both of these teams are, it's kind of difficult to find a weakness.
Hooks with a shot on goal. Hoffman to the corner. First time we've seen them. Hooks in front. Now he goes to the corner. Good check he puts on. And Zachary Goins comes out with it. Puts it up the right side, but good defense by Drzemecki. And he just dumps it back in. Freeport's been very good at the point. And puck into the corner, back to Saran at the point. He winds, throws a shot to the net. It's partially blocked. Hooks got a stick on it, but couldn't get it on net. Into the corner is Hoffman. Now Hoffman goes. Good check put on. Slap shot from the point again, blocked by Drzemecki. Had his shot blocked. Boy, McCort just cannot get the puck out of its own net. Good defense by Freeport out of its own end. Finally, Mitchell Knecht brings it out, and he dumps it. If Freeport's right on it, that's Hooks. Hooks gets checked hard by Connor Bunn. And Bunn with the puck, he dumps it behind Freeport's net. Chasing that, that's going to be Brett Seitz. Can't get it. And Freeport wheels it around far side, but intercepted. Left side, it's Goins. Goins loses it. Puck thrown toward the net, blocked again. A lot of blocked shots here, and Freeport dumps it. And it's going to be icing unless Freeport can get to it. and they call it off. Freeport, good skating there by Mitchell Frazetta. Puck in McCort zone. McCort tries to get it out. They do, but it's going to go and be chased down by Formica. He gets to it. Can he get a shot off? No. Good defense by Freeport, but Formica comes up with it. Turns, fires, and on it quickly is Houston. Not a great shot. Didn't have a lot on it, but Houston's there for the save.
Good job there in the middle by Benjamin Mickey. Did a good job clearing the puck out right in front of the net before the shot was able to take place, the first one on that break.
We'll have a face-off to the right of Houston. And one thing I did not get out, and I will, I'll go get my computer out so we can stay in tune with Point Streak.
If they're staying off of those stats, I'm right off of the exact same stats.
Yeah, you're doing good. But sometimes the PA, that's why I'm confident in your abilities, but sometimes it's hard to hear that second assist.
There's a trip.
Man gets tripped, and we're going to have a delayed penalty. But here comes Freeport. Shot and a goal by Stone Haberstroh. And that goal is going to count because the trip was going to go against McCort. It would have been 3-on-2, but Haberstroh came fast through the zone, Brandon, and he went right to left and fooled John Bradley. Went high right side. Beautiful goal by Stone Haberstroh at the 5:07 mark. It's 1-0 Freeport.
Also what he did there is he drug it across the crease and kept it on the back part of his stick. Was able to lift it over top of the blocker, the right side blocker of the goaltender.
There's Haberstroh again. Gets the puck up to his teammate. That's going to be Reichenbach. He throws it on net. Save made. They crashed the net. A lot of pushing and shoving now as Haberstroh doesn't like being pushed. But when you go to the net, Brandon, you're going to get some contact, and that's exactly what happened. Freeport flying right now.
Yeah, when you go to the net, you're just asking to get contact made on your body. But a good job intelligently of kind of settling down right away and not taking a penalty.
Freeport with the face-off win. They dump it to the corner. Here's Haberstroh into the corner, being checked by Necht. That's Nathan Necht. Back to the point now. Shot partially blocked. And Frazetta takes it to the corner. We'll get the official goal call. Next stoppage. Brandon has it for us.
I don't have the assist. I couldn't hear the
that's
PA.
That's why I'll get that computer out. Don't worry. We'll have the assists eventually. Puck far side, and McCort just cannot clear. Here's Kolfish with it. He dumps. Frazetta's with him. Kolfish wins the battle. They keep it alive. Reichenbach is there. Kolfish, 2-on-1. A McCort player comes in, but Reichenbach has it. Passes it right side. Shot taken. Goes through the net. A man goes down. No call. That was Haberstroh with the shot. 5-on-5. There's the delayed penalty and a shot toward the net, and it is saved by Bradley. The goal by Haberstroh, is that correct?
Stone Haberstroh at 4:07, but I did not get who got the assist. I tried to, just couldn't get the PA announcer in my ear.
That's the problem. Some of these old venues, they have fixed this place up nicely.
Oh, my.
Compared to what it used to be. Less stands up on the right side, more over here, but it's a nice place. They did a lot of work on the roof from what I was told a couple years ago. Face-off, handled. Freeport gets the puck. That's Rusak, number 23, Nicholas Rusak with it. He loses it. Into the corner goes Brett Seitz. Seitz knocks a man down. Rusak tries to fight for it. Rusak comes out of there. Puck goes through the crease. And here comes Freeport again. Case Haberstroh. Tiniest player on the ice so far, but Case can skate. And he's calling for the puck. Nobody's covering him. Look out. He can skate. Watch it. And here comes McCort. And flying through the zone, that's going to be Formica. Can't get a shot off. Puck to the corner. Connor Bunn goes for it. He's their leading scorer. Bunn goes to the front of the net. Formica goes to the corner. And the puck goes up over the goal and bounces back up to the point. And Richard Phillips can't control. He does. He dumps it back in. Chasing that's going to be Chrysander Saran. Saran dumps. Doesn't get out. Kept in by McCort. Shot blocked. McCort controls. Good defense by Freeport to prevent a shot on Formica. Formica, this is number 1 line versus number 2 line, or number 3 line. Here's Phillips, throws it to the corner. Now Bunn, and they can't get it out. Freeport having problems. Number 1 line for McCort, kind of dominating right now, but they're not getting a lot of shots on goal. Good defense. 3rd line for Freeport gets it done. They dump it. It'll be icing. But give the credit to the third line. They prevented a goal and didn't really give up a good shot.
Well, and the better part is, too, they let the first and second line take a break and basically showed the coaching staff, okay, we can come out and we can stick with the first liners. We might give up a lot of shots toward the net, but we're going to clear the puck out and we're going to get it out of the dirty zones. They actually didn't even give up a single shot on goal on that entire series. McCort kept missing the net.
Pretty solid effort, and now you see the top guys come out for Freeport. Puck loose in front, and Houston covers up as that puck banged off the stick or leg of, I think it was Rozier, and also out there is Mitchell necked, banged off one of those guys, and Houston was there to make the save. Face-off won by Freeport into the corner. That's Hazlitt. Hazlitt fights for it, gets it up to Garrett Smith. Smith and Hazlitt, they break out. Nice pass by Connor Hoffman. And Hooks chases it, but McCort wins that battle up to center ice. Now it's Trent Carafa. Carafa, left side, pass to nobody. Intercepted by Hazlitt. Hazlitt dumps center ice. Big check put on by Hooks. He wins the battle. And McCort will control center ice. They'll dump. No, they won't. They'll skate, I believe. That's Christopher Miller. Hard to see the number, but I think it's Christopher Miller. Behind the net, controls, turns, has the puck, passes to the point, and oh, not able to control it is Rozier. That was Christopher Miller, by the way. Rozier can't control. Now McCort does control the puck. Coming up center ice, this is Bunn. Bunn, shot, safe, stuck aside by Houston. To the corner, and Houston, with the puck trickling toward the net, covers up, and with 8:22 remaining, Freeport 1, Bishop McCort nothing.
So far in the first 9 minutes or so, one thing I have noticed is the Freeport defense has not gotten caught pinching and gotten burnt deep. Do a good job of getting back into position and being able to deflect the puck wide of Houston if it's going to go near him.
Face-off won by McCort. Seitz throws it behind his own net, but it doesn't bounce much. It's kind of hanging on the back of the net, and I'm surprised the ref hasn't blown the whistle. He finally does. And we'll have another face-off to the right of the goaltender, Houston. Face-off taken by Reichenbach. This time in front, nobody there as the puck was slid to the front. Here comes Freeport on a break. Possible 3-on-1. Reichenbach turns, pass back, shot. Oh my goodness, what passing, but Haberstroh missed the net. 3-on-1, beautiful passing. It was like the Stastny brothers of the 80s. And they just couldn't hit the net. McCort would have been down 2-0. Perfect setup for Haberstroh. He would have had his second of the night.
Haberstroh tried to go stick side high, wasn't able to get it in, though. Freeport actually started out the previous game down 1-0. Then ended up taking a 2-1 lead and didn't look back from there. It was at one point 3-1, and then it was 3-2.
Loose puck, Freeport controls. Here they come again, possible 3-on-1. Frazetta, left side, goes to the corner, looks, backhand toward the front, loose puck, covered by Bradley. Freeport's flying. They're the faster team. They're going 3-4 lines deep. McCourt's going 2 lines deep. I think it's already affecting them, Brandon.
And that's the one thing that I did notice when I was doing my pre-work for the game is it seems like almost every single guy at Freeport is on the hockey team, guy and a couple girls. And then you look at the McCort side of things, and not a very deep roster. They can run about 3 lines deep. Once they get to that third line, though, a lot of times, we talked about this in the open division last year, a lot of times that third and fourth line isn't what you'd consider a good line.
Shot by Intrieri and gloved by Bradley. And the goal, again, as Brandon said, Stone Haberstroh. At 5:07, Michael Frazetta with the assist. And it was a tripping penalty, but they didn't have to serve because it was delayed. And back is McCort, and Hemplin tries to dump it. Slash, no call on, as Colflesh gets slashed. Back with the puck is Berkebau. Berkebau dumps. He gets it to Tyler Turnbull. Turnbull goes to the corner. It's Turnbull, Berkebau, and Templin. Now back the other way comes Nicholas Rusak. Rusak, right side, fires. Blocked. Goes behind the net. Freeport still has it into the corner. That's number 11, Tanner Hill. Boy, a deep Freeport roster. I got to tell you, they've got at least.
They're not all varsity.
They may not be all varsity, but they got at least 9 other guys on this roster. You're correct about that. Christopher Miller with it. He dumps it to the corner. Mitchell Necht tries to fight for it. He winds around far side, but Nicholas Rusak gets there, as does Intrieri. Loses it. Shot taken from the point. Second shot blocked by Houston. He makes 2 big saves. Puck back out to the point again. Phillips with it. He turns, looks, throws it to the back. Now it's Carafa to the front. Backhand blocked. And Freeport will come out of there. And falling down is Intrieri. No call. A couple people complain about it, but I think that was incidental contact. Puck dumped by McCort.
I don't even think he got into the skates.
Yeah, I don't think so
it was
either.
Into the hip, maybe.
Yeah, that kind of stuff. That would have been a really tough call. He was skating. I think he lost his edge more than anything. Freeport getting tired out there. Tanner Hill out there for a while. He dumps it to center ice. Winning the battle is Coralfa. Coralfa dumps. Freeport changes. They get caught in a change. Here comes Necht. And a good block by Freeport. They got caught in a change, but still blocked the shot. Tyreek Rozier tries to dump. Now McCort with a change. Here comes Hazlitt, right side. He'll pass. Up to Bednar. Bednar over to Hooks. Hooks loses it. Back the other ways. McCort, they've got numbers if they hurry. Right side, it's Seltz throws it to the front of that. Nobody there as Bunn couldn't get a stick on it. Number 1 line out there now. Bunn for Micah and Phillips. Look out here, and that is offsides on Bishop McCort. Slow start to this game. The first 5 minutes, a goal by Freeport to make it 1-0. Pretty solid effort by both teams. 5:02 remaining, 1-0 Freeport.
Yeah, but each time the Crimson Crushers have gotten a breakaway, Bishop McCort, they've gone across the crease and really gotten Houston off of his line. If they can get somebody to attack backside post, it should be an easy goal from there.
Good point. That was their best effort so far. Face-off won by Freeport. Shot taken by Frazetta. Big save by Bradley. Got his blocker on it. He's been sharp. And back the other way. Here comes Seitz. It's Seitz. He dumps it into the corner. And left side, controlling it is Bunn. Number 1 line still out there. Now to the point. That's going to be Necht. Necht dumps. Looks for the forwards to do something with it. Thrown to the front of net. Cleared by Freeport. And finally out. Now back the other way, it's Reichenbach. Reichenbach, look out. Shot. Misses everything. Had a man for Zeta, but took the shot. Misses everything. McCort can't clear, and they finally do to center ice. Picked up by Freeport. Dumping that back in is going to be Case Haberstroh. Check that Saran.
I think the McCort defender got a stick on that shot from Ravers oh, geez.
Back the other way is McCort. Broken up nicely by Frazetta. Frazetta left side now. Looks. Right-hand shot. Waits. Shot. Misses everything. They missed their last shot. They're trying to pummel Bradley with shots, but Bradley's been up to the task except for one so far. Smith at the point. He doesn't handle it. It's Reichenbach with it. Reichenbach looks. Throws it to the front. Blocked. And that puck is taken out of the zone by McCort temporarily. And chasing that's going to be Garrett Smith. Smith, the big man, goes to get it. He looks to make a long pass and just ends up going into McCort territory. They'll handle it. Coming out of there with it, that's going to be Tyler Turnbull. Turnbull moves, throws it, icing waved off. Both teams' long passes don't work. And Freeport's got the little guy back out there. And that is Case Haberstroh on the left wing. And McCort with it behind the net. Houston covers up. And we'll have another face-off. 1-0, 3:08 remaining here in the opening period. Freeport with the lead.
Reichenbach comes into the game 52 total points, averages 3.25 per game, 23 goals, 29 assists. Very, very good passing so far and shooting from him both ways. Just can't seem to find the back of the net.
Comes Freeport. Good breakout by them. That's Tanner Hill. He's out there with Haberstroh, but now to come back the other way is Berkebau. Berkebau tries to go through two guys. He cannot. Garrett Smith on defense blasts. And Alexander Templin and Berkebau into the net. Puck behind Freeport's goal. To the left side now, Zachary Goins with it. He throws it to the front of the net. Houston covers up. He's controlled his rebounds, Brandon.
Yeah, he's doing a very good job keeping everything close to the body, not giving anything juicy up for Bishop McCort to attack, but at the same time, I haven't really seen them try to come in on net after a shot was taken. They're all standing about 7-8 feet off of the net, not really a crash in the net after the shot.
Face off to the right of Houston again. Now being outshot is Freeport. Another shot on net should make it 9-7. Of course, Brandon will have that official stuff in between periods. Shot from the point hits a man off of next stick. He was way left. And puck loose. Freeport's going to control. That's going to be Reich, and that's going to be Drzminski. Drzminski finds a man up front. That's Tanner Hill, but it passes him up. And McCort gets it to center ice. It could be interference. Nothing called. And to the left side, the man goes down. Puck goes through the zone, but back to the corner now. And it's going to be Haberstroh. Still out there for a long time is Case Haberstroh, but McCort has switched lines, and they control the puck in Freeport zone. Left side, that's Christopher Miller. They keep it alive. He throws it towards the net. High shot, goes by everything, and goes past the goaltender all the way back down on the court ice.
Freeport's starting to get lazy out there defensively, trying to grab and slow up Bishop McCort, not able to get their hands on the players.
Karalfla checked heavily by Stone Haberstroh. Stone and Case. The Haberstroh brothers. Now comes Michael Frazetta. And he gets checked and falls, and no call made. And, boy, I tell you what, it's going to get ugly if that kind of stuff keeps happening. There's another elbow to the head. Nothing called against, and that's Alex Kolfesh that goes down. Or check that. That was Stone Haberstroh that goes down. And McCort getting a little chippy. No calls made. Got to watch this. This could get ugly. And it's Case Haberstroh with it. Check that. That's 77. That's Cassandra Saran gets it out. Down the other way, and falling down is Alex Kolfish. Checked off the puck, and now Kolfish gets back onto it. A minute to go in the period. Chasing it down to Stone Haberstroh. He's the fastest player on the ice. He gets tripped. He falls down. And more Freeport players have hit the ice in the last 2 minutes than probably their first 15 games.
Whistle blown there for the net off the moorings. I think Haberstroh got himself tangled up on the net and ended up knocking it off of the moorings.
A couple of big hits. And the referees deemed that they were legit checks, although
one was a stick to the face.
That was kind of tough, and, those things, sometimes you're going to miss them.
Oh,
you miss too many, the other team responds. The next thing you know, you got a battle.
It's a fast game, and you're not going to see every single call. I'm not saying that was an easy call to see, because from our angle, we could see it.
Can I see the log?
Yeah.
I need the call. Yeah. Sorry. Face-off one, handled by McCort. They get it back out. Saran gets it over to number 35. It's Benjamin Drzminski. Dumps it behind the net. That's going to be Bradley. Bradley tries to get it out, and they do. 41 seconds. Here comes McCort. Rushing down. That's going to be Formica. Formica shot! Save made by Houston. Houston comes up big. Big check put on Richard Phillips, and we might have a penalty here. I think we got a boarding call, and that's going to go against Freeport. And I see Benjamin Drzminski saying something to Formica. He's pointing at him and saying, hey, look, you guys hit us, we're going to hit you. Plain and simple.
Well, he gave the talk signal too, so obviously was saying something.
Refs don't seem to like it. We're going to have a face-off. Penalty now going to be against Thomas Intrieri. So first power play of the night for Bishop McCort. They come from Johnstown, and from Johnstown to here, is there an easy way to get there? I don't know. But that's got to be an hour and a half or more. Face-off won by McCort. In front, puck loose, shot taken off the side of the net on a shot by Connor Bunn. Now Bunn with it in the corner. He's checked. Puck loose in front again. Blocked shot. Good block by Cassandra Saran, doing a good job out there. Puck loose, kept in. McCort with it. With 10 seconds to go, they better hurry. Back to the point. Thrown to the net by Miller. No, he doesn't throw it to the net. Trying to make a play on it is Formica. They're going to run out of time and not get any shots here and end the period. And it is Freeport 1, Bishop McCort nothing. You are listening and watching PIHL High School Hockey 2016 only here on the MSA Sports Network.
Right now, when you refer a friend to open a new personal or business checking account at First Commonwealth Bank, you can earn a generous cash reward. It doesn't even have to be a friend. Could be a relative. Could be a Bruins fan. Could be that guy over there with the weird hair thing going on. It doesn't matter. Refer anyone to open an account, and it will really pay off for you. They'll even get a cash reward themselves, no matter who they root for. First Commonwealth Bank, member FDIC. Learn more at a local branch or visit fcbanking.com.
Attention all teenagers in the South Hills. If you need something to do on a Friday night, look no further than the TGIF Skate at the Mount Lebanon Ice Arena. Featuring a live DJ, big screen TV, special effects lighting, and games from 8 to 11, it's the place to be this winter. Mount Lebanon Ice Arena also offers an after-school skate for younger children, Fridays from 4:30 to 6 p.m., and a full range of instructional programs for all ages. For more information, call 412-561-4363 or visit mountlebanon.org.
Own your piece of hockey history with a Penguins game-used jersey. Visit J&J Distributing at www.jjdistributing.biz and check out one of their largest selections of Penguins game-worn jerseys from your favorite Pens, past and present. Or call 724-752-1556. J&J Distributing buys, sells, and trades some of hockey's most prized possessions, including the Penguins game-worn jerseys, Penguins practice jerseys, minor league jerseys, and new and game-used equipment. Browse their inventory today at www.jjdistributing.biz.
Who says you can only enjoy breakfast in the morning? And who says you can only enjoy it one type of way? At Dunkin' Donuts, breakfast is delicious any kind of way, any time of day. A breakfast craving can strike any time, whether it's morning, noon, or night. Dunkin' has the perfect combination of breakfast deliciousness to satisfy any craving. Bacon, egg, and cheese on a bagel, sausage, egg, and cheese on a croissant, ham, egg, and cheese on an English muffin. All your favorites anytime you want them. Stop by Dunkin' for breakfast anytime. America runs on Dunkin'. Price and participation may vary.
Into the second period, Freeport leads 1-0. McCort on the power play. Mike Azadian for play-by-play. Brandon Showers, color commentating, and Mrs. Jess Levo on camera. Your video game of the week. Thanks for joining us, whether it's live or archived. McCort on the power play. They're just wheeling it around. That's Formica. Far side. Formica looks, holds it, looks, dumps to the point, kept in by Christopher Miller. Now Formica loses it, and Freeport temporarily gains control, but Formica again having some problems as Formica now behind the net. That's going to be Miller. Miller looks, loses it. Good play made by Ben Drzmicki. Back to the point, kept in by Christopher Miller. Now they try to get it to the right side to Richard Phillips, but Freeport gains control but loses it back again. This is Formica to the point. Shot goes wide, tipped. Freeport gets it, can't, and they do get it out. As is Richard Phillips couldn't control it.
Zero shots on the power play for Bishop McCort on their first power play of the game.
And they lose control again, and puck dumped by Drzmicki, but they say the penalty had ended, so that'll be icing on Freeport. And 15:22 remaining here in the second period. After period number 2, we'll have a scoring recap. Brandon will give it to you. Low-scoring game. Both of these teams, Brandon, you talked about, they both score over 4 points a game. And right now, neither team on pace for 4 goals.
Yeah, but they both know how to keep people out of the net as well. Very strong defensively and in the goaltending realm of things. So don't be surprised if this does stay tight.
Here comes Miller, right side. Shot taken, puck loose. They say save made by Houston as he's knocked into his net. And he makes the save before the puck crosses the goal.
Did a good job of keeping his glove out on the front side of that line as he was going into the net. The puck was up in the air. He was able to corral it down, and they're going to bring the faceoff outside the zone, saying that the McCort offensive player purposely made contact with the defender.
The referee goes and talks to the McCort coach, who doesn't seem to like the answer.
Well, I wouldn't either if I was him at the same time.
Face-off won by McCort. They dump it in, but Freeport controls. That's Garrett Smith. The puck stolen away by Tyler Turnbull. In front, loose puck back to the point. That's necked. Loose puck into the corner. A lot of block shots by Freeport. Give him credit. There's Berkebau back to Neck. Neck winds up, shot taken, and save made by Matt Houston underneath his pads. He didn't know where it was.
The thing is, they're not using their body as much to have the block shot. They're putting their stick in the shooting lane and stopping it before it goes anywhere.
13 shots. What do you have for the first period shots?
11 shots from Bishop McCort, 7 for Freeport.
Yeah, 2 this period now by McCort. That's what they're saying. So they were down, 7-5, 7-6, and now they've got, 6 or 7 of the last 8 shots. As McCort came on strong at the end of the period, outplayed early in this game. The first 5 minutes was even. Then the next 7 was all Freeport. got their goal, and all of a sudden, as Brandon said, got a little lazy. And McCort came on strong, puck down in the McCort zone. It won't be icing. They wave it off. It's Phillips with it. Phillips, left side, goes past Tyreek Rozier. Now up, it's Trent Caralfa. Caralfa comes in, shot, save made by Houston, an arm save by Houston. Back the other way now. It's Joel Bednar. Bednar up to Kyle Hazlitt. And they lose the puck. No, they get it back again. Here's Bednar, tries to control it. Shot blocked again. Puck thrown toward the front of the net. Now back behind the net. It's Zachary Goins with it. Goins tries to clear, and a blast into the corner as Goins checks a man. And the guy that took the worst of that was Connor Hoffman. He's up. He's okay. Freeport in their own zone having some problems. Heavy check again, this time put on by Phillips. He's behind his own net. Another heavy check put on, this time by Mitchell Neck. Boy.
Cross check coming. Exactly. Freeport's going to go on the power play.
Exactly. A lot of checks. A shot and a save made by John Bradley. But I think that Bishop McCort just a little bit too physical. Too many heavy checks, and you're going to get a cross check or an elbow or something. You know, you let one go, you let two go. You got to eventually call these things or games get out of control. And it looks like we're going to see Richard Phillips, who was laying them heavy. He's going to go into the net.
Interference.
Freeport's first power play, correct?
Yes.
1-0 for 1 is McCort. Face off to the right of John Bradley.
Called interference on it. They could have called a cross check as well. So either one of them would have been a legitimate call at the 3:30 mark.
Reichenbach, Cole Haberstroh, and Michael Frazetta up front. Saran with it. Right side, Saran looks. Back out to Drzmicki, and he loses it. So Drzmicki and Saran at the point. Saran's a pretty good skater. She has the puck right now. Looks, waits, gets it up front to Reichenbach. Reichenbach in the corner with some speed. Behind the net. Looks, turns, can't find anybody. Does find Frazetta with it. Now Frazetta back to Drzmicki. They're going to wait. Frazetta skates in, looks, throws it to the front of the net. Misses everything. Now Haberstroh behind the net. Near side, Haberstroh to the point. And then Drzmicki dumps it down low to Frazetta. Looked like the Penguin power play. A lot of passing, no shooting. Here's a shot stuck aside by John Bradley. Good save. Now Reichenbach with it. Turns into the corner to Frazetta. Now check that. That's Haberstroh. Haberstroh looks back out to Saran. She saves it, turns, gives it to Drzmicki. He winds, passes it back to Haberstroh. Fancy passing, no shots. Here's Haberstroh over into the corner to Reichenbach. Reichenbach turns, comes out, shot, save made again by Bradley. Sticking him aside off of Reichenbach, who's a fast skater. They control everything. Another shot this time taken by Haberstroh off the side of the net. Behind the net is Frazetta. Back to the Drzmicki. Reichenbach turns, passes, shot, and a goal!
That had to hit off of the leg.
It had to hit off somebody. Frazetta from behind the goal line, Brandon, and he threw it to the front and probably hit off of a defenseman is our guess. We'll see, and that makes it 2-0 Freeport, and I believe it was a power play goal.
It was, but I don't even think it hit I don't think it hit a defender. I think it hit the left leg of the goaltender and then went 5-hole.
It very well might have. We'll find out. But probably getting that goal is Frazetta, who got the pass from Reichenbach. Reichenbach came in on the circle, and instead of shooting it as he done the previous 2 times, he passed it, and Frazetta from behind the goal line banked it in. It looked like he banked it in off of John Bradley. 2-0 lead. We'll get the official call when we have it. Freeport wins the faceoff. McCort controls. Now dumped by Cassandra Saran, who was out there for a long time. And Frazetta does get the goal. And I'm guessing for sure it's going to be Reichenbach with an assist. Back the other way, it's at Formica. We'll get it on point streak. Formica turns, looks, throws it to the net. Save made by Houston. Now left side, that's Zach Goins, and covered up by Houston. And despite the fact that Bradley has made some pretty good saves, a couple of them on Reichenbach, a beautiful pass by Reichenbach, and a better goal by Frazetta.
Yeah, very good shot by Frazetta. He was behind the goal line, was able to bank it off of Bradley and somehow get it into the net. I think it was more or less a pass trying to go across the crease, and I think Bradley just kind of got too much of it.
Exactly. And you may talk to him, and he may say, well, you know, he may say, I tried to bank it in. You never know. McCort comes in, charges in front, loose puck. Tyler Turnbull just misses the net. Back out front to Christopher Miller, and we will regain control. Big check put on by Intreri. He's got a chip on his shoulder after that penalty. That puck dumped in by Freeport. Icing waved off. And that's John Bradley, 15 feet out of his net. Pretty dangerous. And Intreri couldn't gain control to get a shot. Puck goes through the crease. Now controlled by Berkebile. Berkebile going to dump up. It's going to be to Tyler Turnbull. Turnbull will dump. Controlled by Houston. At 10:51 remaining, second period. 2-0 Freeport, your video game of the week. PIHL video game of the week. Thank you, fans, for voting on it. We appreciate the McCort and Freeport fans and any others who voted this one amongst the three. Myself, Brandon Showers, Jess Levo, glad to bring it to you. 10:38 remaining. What's Bishop McCort got to do to get back in this game, get some goals?
They got to get some goals, and they got to kind of settle down things. I was watching on that last series, Intreri and who was it? Christopher Miller kind of go back and forth with each other. Got to be a little bit more headstrong if you're Bishop McCort. Don't want to take a bad penalty.
Freeport 3-on-1 after a blocked shot. Hoffman, right side, turns, stops, and the 3-on-1 doesn't develop, and they dump the puck, and now back the other way is McCort. Here comes Caralfa. Caralfa in on goal. He scores! Trent Caralfa. Freeport blocked a shot at the blue line. They came down 3-on-1. Hoffman, instead of taking a shot or making a pass, stopped, had the puck stolen from him. They flip it up, and on a breakaway, Trent Caralfa scores at 6:40 to make it 2-1.
Still awaiting the official assist there from the Frazetta goal.
We'll get it. I'll check as soon as I can. Back the other way. Haberstroh gets belted. He falls down. And Freeport with the puck. Behind the net. Haberstroh loses it. Formica goes to the corner. They're going to call interference. They're going to call hooking. That's going to be on Haberstroh, who hooks Formica. They're going to talk to each other. And it'll be a Freeport penalty and a power play for McCort.
6:58 mark. And I was saying earlier, you don't want to take a bad penalty, and that's exactly what Haberstroh did there.
Very bad.
You got to be a little bit smarter and not take that penalty. Number one, you're in the offensive zone. Number two, this could even it up if they end up giving up a power play goal here. Look out.
Shot saved by Bradley. Puck loose. He covers up. Second time, he thought he had it. Let's go back to the goals. Of course, the first was by Stone Haberstroh, assisted by Michael Frazetta. The second Freeport goal, Michael Frazetta scores on the power play. Benjamin Drzmicki and Robert Reichenbach at 4:54 to make it 2-0. And we'll get the McCort goal as soon as that comes up. Here's Frazetta, loses the puck. McCort on the power play. They move up. Excellent chance for them. Turnbull, left side, Frazetta blasts a man, and another penalty. Interference called as Michael Frazetta just absolutely blasts a man, stick high, and the paramedic has to come out and check on Christopher Miller. He's okay. He doesn't like it. I think that was a penalty. They call interference, but it could have been a high stick. I mean, he blasted him.
Yeah, that was. At this point, Freeport's kind of trying to take some liberties and
you got to call it
and get into the head of Bishop McCort. Got to be a little bit smarter about it.
Are they going to go 1-1? No, they're going to send off a man. Wait a minute. And the Freeport fans don't like it, but hey,
that's the call.
We gotta be impartial. To be honest with you, you come up high like that in the face.
That's the call.
They called it a cross check. They call it interference. When you go up high on a guy like that at the point, and he didn't have the puck was gone. You know what? I mean, I think it's a good call. And the refs had to start taking control because both teams were taking liberties. 5-on-3 here for the next 129. Here comes Connor Bunn with it. Bunn pointless so far. Freeport gets it out of trouble. McCourt's goal by Trent Caralfa. Zachary Goins with the assist at 6:40. Here comes Bunn. Bunn right side, tries to go through two men, throws it to the net, covered up by Houston. Didn't get a good shot. 9:10 remaining in the second period. 1:09 remaining in the two-man advantage. Boy, this is the game for McCort right here. I mean, you may not get another opportunity.
This is the best opportunity McCourt's going to have probably throughout the game. You're on a 5-on-3 for over a minute. What was it, a minute and a half if I'm doing my math right. You've got to get at least one here, maybe take the lead.
To the point, winding, now passing is Phillips. Phillips looks, comes in, looks, back out to Miller. Shot, save made by Houston. If he sees it, he's stopping it. Other than the breakaway, he's seen him.
And he's doing a real good job of cradling it, too, into his body and not really giving up that big-time rebound. Kind of complete control of the puck.
8:59 remaining in the period, 57 seconds remaining on the two-man advantage. McCort wins the face-off, and back to the point. Now over to Phillips. Phillips shot, save made by Houston. He saw it the whole way, made the glove save. Big save by Houston.
Tell you what, I like McCourt's power play, though. They're putting the puck on the net and taking chances. Houston just very, very poised and very under control in his net.
Phillips, Miller out there with Brett Seitz. Now it's Phillips. Down to Formica, back out front to Miller. Shot blocked by his own teammate Formica. Into the corner goes Bunn, who we haven't heard much from today. Bunn passes over to Phillips. Shot blocked, and Freeport handles it. Kept in by Phillips. Phillips turns, looks, man wide open from the point. Shot taken. They waited too long. Loose puck handled by Formica. Freeport battling tough, but it's hard. 14 seconds to go on a two-man advantage. Coming out of the corner is Seitz. Shot blocked. Corner, winds it all the way around. One man's coming on in 5 seconds. It's Miller. Miller turns, gets it over to Phillips. Now one man comes back on. It's 5-on-4. Thrown to the net. Big play made by number 35, Benjamin Drzmicki, who clears it. And the goaltender comes all the way out. Confusion as Bradley tries to pass it in there, killing valuable time. 9 seconds to go, and Drzmicki's going to ice it, and that's going to kill the penalty. They killed off a two-man advantage of Freeport Yellow Jackets. Remember that.
A long two-man advantage, minute and a half.
And it was most of the time in Freeport's zone. Now it's Miller with a shot, stuck aside by Houston. Houston made a couple of big saves, more than a couple, as they're getting outshot 21-9. I'd say 5 big saves, and the defense did everything they could, but McCort just passed, took shots, but really didn't seem to be
in front of the net.
Yeah, but they didn't seem to be like...
They let Houston see the puck.
Yeah,
that's the worst part.
They weren't shooting and going for rebounds. They were just trying to set up the perfect play.
Yeah.
And they needed to shoot and go for rebounds, and they didn't do it. 5-on-5, 2-1, 7:25 remaining. To the point, that's Goins, throws it, loose puck in front. And Freeport can't corral it. Now it's behind the net. Chasing it's going to be Intereri. Now battling away with that puck is Speakman. Behind his own net now, Cole Berkelbaugh. Berkelbaugh looks. Gets it to a man. Shot taken. Goal! It might have been Ryan.
No, they're waving it off.
They're waving it off. I thought that Tyler Turnbull. Berkelbaugh shot it. Turnbull was in front.
They're saying he was making contact with the goaltender.
There you go. It's a good call then. Because he was in pretty close. And wave it off. As the big man pumps his chest, Turnbull, and says, that was me. Face-off taken by Templin. And Intereri now checked heavily into the boards. Intereri goes down. Phillips with it. He winds it around. Far side. Berkelbaugh can't come out of there with it. Phillips gets it out, and it is stuck in the stands. So 6:48 remaining in the second period. 2-1 Freeport. Pretty well played game. Good defense, good goaltending. And we've seen some nice forward play, but it's been a pretty good defensive game.
Very, very well played game so far. And so far, I would venture to guess that Houston's doing a very good job at making himself or attempting to make himself one of the 3 stars of the game.
I agree with you on that. We'll have the 3 stars after the game, no doubt about that. That'll be the MSA 3 stars. Myself and Brandon will pick those. And Freeport trying to keep things alive. McCort can't get out of their zone. They had that problem the first 5 minutes of the game. They've got numbers if they hurry, 3-on-2. But Habershaw's back. Shot taken. Another save by Houston. He's seeing it all right now, Brandon. You just mentioned he's trying to fight for one of the 3 stars. And Freeport's trying to say that there was too many men on the ice, but they're not going to get the call. And you hear some talking by the referees, talking to both teams. And now we'll have a face-off to the left of Houston.
Houston's doing such a good job of cradling everything into his body and cushioning it down in.
No rebounds. Face-off one. This is Stone Haberstroh. He's got one of the 2 goals. 2-on-1 with Frazetta. Frazetta in front. He's in too close. Save made by Bradley, who stuck his pad out. He was in the right place at the right time, and we got a man hurt for Bishop McCort. Connor Bunn is down.
Ooh, that's not someone you want to lose either.
Here comes Reichenbach. Shot. Save made by Bradley. Bunn is down, and I can't believe they didn't stop play. Uh-oh. Now behind the scenes, a slash on Haberstroh as one of the guys for McCort, number 23, Christopher Miller, just after the play was done, just reached out and slashed Haberstroh, and the refs weren't looking. Oh, my, is that dirty. And he skates over to his fallen teammate. Whether that was retaliation or not, I don't know. But after the play was stopped, he just stuck Haberstroh, uncalled for.
And he's still down. He's
uncalled for. Fans on both sides don't like it, but I got to tell you, well, take it out with a legit check. But after the game, after the play is stopped and the refs have turned their back, that's chicken. That's chicken.
Robert Reichenbach is in the box right now, and
Nathan Necht.
Yeah,
but he's not the guy that slashed.
I understand.
And Haberstroh's pleading his case. He was just standing there talking to his teammate. And who did I say it was? Was it Phillips?
Smith, 23.
Christopher Miller. Christopher Miller just not full two-hand. He just stuck his stick out and hit him hard in the back of the leg where there's not a lot of protection. Stuck him pretty hard. And when the refs weren't looking, that's cowardice. That's cowardice. You can't do stuff like that. I'm sorry, McCort fans, but that's the truth. You can't do stuff like that and get away with it. And the refs didn't see it, so they can't make the call. Hey, check the guy, check him in front of the net, hit him hard against the boards. I don't think anybody has a problem with that. When you stick a guy when he's not looking, that's not good.
You want to get him in the corner when he has the puck in the corner and give him a legit body check.
Exactly.
We're fine with that. That's hockey. That's how hockey's played, is the physicality and the back and forthness of, okay, I got your number, and next time I have an opportunity, I will cleanly hit you. Something like that.
Yeah, you can't have that kind of stuff. And then the thing is the refs didn't see it, so nothing can be done about it. Now, will Freeport remember who did what, and will they go after Phillips? Interesting. No, we're saying Miller. Okay, it was Miller that did it. Now we see we're going to should have 5-on-5. Or are they going to go 4-on-4 here?
No, 5-on-5.
5-on-5. 2 penalties have been called, and we don't have them yet. And this is probably going to be roughing calls, I would guess.
Well, the Freeport penalty is on Robert Reichenbach.
And we're going to get
9:56. They got him for a slash.
Yeah. Still not up on the point streak site. We'll get those for you as soon as we can. Face off, handled by McCort. They come out. It's Turnbull. Turnbull loses it. Frazetta with it. Now Frazetta, 2-1 lead. Long pass ahead to Nicholas Rusak. Rusak with a check. He's going to get called for a penalty as Christopher Miller goes down.
Well, Rusak was just asked to leave. Miller took a arm to the face.
And that might have been retaliation, Brandon. If you think maybe retaliation.
Yeah.
And you know something? That's what happens when you lose control of a game.
When the refs lose control of the game, that's exactly what's going to happen.
And the ref's back was turned, and Miller had to expect that. that.
Well, and the thing is, I will say this. Miller went down to a knee to almost give up his head into the lower body. I'm not saying that he wanted to get hit in the head, but I don't know.
That's definitely retaliation, and I mean, we're going to try to see the original penalties, the original 2 penalties. Nathan Necht and
they sent 2.
Well, let's go for the first penalties.
Someone got a misconduct.
Okay, hold on a second. The original penalties before this.
Right.
Nathan Necht, 2 minutes for roughing from McCort, and Robert Reichenbach, 2 minutes for slashing, both at 10:55, coincidental minors. And now we're going to see what happens here.
They sent 2 Freeport players to the bench there.
Probably going to be misconduct. You're probably right about that. Hey, the thing is, the Freeport fans aren't happy, but you go high on a guy, you're going to get the call. That's the second time they've gone high on a guy. Check him hard low, you're not going to get the call. Check him high in the head, you're going to get the call. You can't.
He didn't go high. Is the issue I have?
I know.
Miller went down to a knee and ducked into the check.
I know. You can look at it 2 different ways. He probably didn't intentionally hit him in the head, but still there was head contact, and. And now we wait.
Yeah, Rusak's going off.
Rusak's going to go off for the misconduct for sure. The Freeport fans losing their mind over here. First hockey game, ma'am? I guess so. Good thing we don't have a crowd, Mike.
Well, but here's the issue. Is these refs have now lost control of this
there's no
game.
doubt about it. I said that back in the first period. They might.
This is
right.
Complete loss of control at this point. Now when you get officials, both officials talking to both benches back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, that's an indication that these refs have lost total control of this game. They have no control of what's going on the ice. Now they've got to try to regain control, and they're going to call a bench. They're going to call a bench penalty on Freeport now too.
Now, here's the thing, and this all started before.
This all started with the hit right here in the corner, the high hit.
And then they all started hitting each other, blasting each other, and they finally started calling penalties, which is to be, you're allowed to call penalties when you hit people high. And then in front of the net, a McCort player slashed a Freeport player, and then retaliation for that brings a penalty, and we'll get those penalties, but it's going to be McCort on the power play, a 5-minute power play, and offsides on McCort. With 5:23 remaining, it's 2-1 Freeport, but McCort will have a 5-minute power play. They are 0 for 2?
I got them 0 for 2, yeah.
0 for 2, and Freeport is 1 for 1 on the power play, correct?
Yes.
McCort will have 5 minutes, pretty much the rest of this period, and that is a major penalty. And I know what Brandon is saying is correct, that the man was going down low, but he still got hit in the head. I think the refs see
you still got to control your body and stop the contact.
Exactly, and they're saying the guy got hit in the head, and hey, you know what? It's one of those things. And intercepted here by Haberstroh. Haberstroh's going to come out shorthanded. He's going to make a move around a man. He looks left-hand side, shot taken, save made. Haberstroh, and then now a headbutt.
He got spit on or headbutt.
A headbutt by a McCort player. What the heck is going on here? You can't do that, young man. Brett Seitz just headbutts him.
You had a 5-minute major power play.
That is unbelievable.
You had a 5-minute major power play, young man.
That is unbelievable.
You're down by 1 in a game that can propel your team into first place.
And you headbutt a guy.
And he's going to get a game misconduct.
Unbelievable.
And he's skating off the ice as well.
I'm sorry to say, Mr. Seitz, that's probably one of the stupidest things as an athlete you can do is headbutt another guy on the power play. You cost your team, and you're thrown out of the game. Absolutely ridiculous that he would do that. That is, and he should be suspended for something like that. You can't do stuff like that. You're going to hurt people. With the concussion protocols and the things we got now, you can't headbutt people. You just can't do it with a helmet on like that. It's just, it's utter silliness that he would do something like that. That is just beyond imagination.
You're in a game that can put you into first place in your division. You're down by 1. You're in a 5-minute power play, and you take a penalty like that.
Face-off shot taken and save made by Bradley. Now we'll go 4-on-4 for the next 4:26, as both players are on. Both teams are shorthanded by a man. And it should be interesting. It should open things up a little bit. We'll try to get all those official calls for you. Shot taken and save made by Bradley. Now there's Mickey, dumps it. There's Mickey back to the point. Hard check into the corner. That's Intrieri. Intrieri back out to the point. Saran dumps. Now there's Mickey. Keeps it in. He's checked hard and high by Connor Bunn. Wow, another check in there as Intermission goes after a man. Look out, keep your head high. Bunn turns, shot, save made by Houston. I'll tell you what, you better be looking because with or without the puck, you're going to get in. There's a slash. Haberstroh gets slashed, and now another call. This on Connor Bunn. Unbelievable. You had a penalty. You had a power play for 5 minutes and 2 silly penalties, and now it's going to be 4-on-3 Freeport. Let's get to some of the calls.
That one was a hook, I think. I don't think they got the slash. I think they got him on a hook. But like you said, you have a 5-minute major power play that can put you completely back into a hockey game.
And this is a good team, too.
And you've taken 7 minutes of power plays.
Okay, it was Nicholas Rusak for charging major for 5 minutes. Rusak with a game misconduct charging for 10. And then Brett Seitz headbutting major. Now we'll get this next call as Tanner Hill goes to the corner. Hard checks I got no problem with.
Clean hard checks, no problem at all.
Headbutting and swinging your sticks at guys, that's 2 times they've got called for that. There's Mickey with it. Looks, pass, intercepted. I mean, right in front of the ref, a 2-hand slash. Come on. You got to have more sense than that. That's all. I shouldn't keep repeating it, but I just can't believe how silly. You're losing your game for your team. If Freeport scores here, look out. 2-1. Saran dumps to the corner. Frazetta chases. Back to Saran at the point. Looks, fires to the front. Loose puck. Drzmicki with it. He goes far corner. Drzmicki makes a move. He's checked hard by Goins. Now Frazetta with it. Gets it over to Saran. Saran loses the edge and doesn't keep it in. Back the other way comes Miller. Miller loses the puck to Frazetta. Frazetta and Miller fires it on goal. Houston saves it. Dumps it. And Saran with it again. 2:56 remaining in the period. 2-1 Freeport. Penalties galore. We've had 2 majors. It's 4-on-3 right now. And a silly penalty by McCort. They're down a man. Here's Frazetta. Right side shot. Goes past everything. All the way back to center ice. Intermission to Saran. Saran dumps. Puck's loose. Frazetta with it. Throws it through the crease.
Crease was wide open.
Now it's Speakman. Speakman looks, turns, fires, and it goes off a defenseman into the corner. They change lines. It's Hill now, and now the puck goes all the way back, and Houston controls
5 on
it.
the power play for Freeport.
Now we will go back to 4-on-4. And even, here's Haberstroh who has a goal. Haberstroh goes around a man, loses the puck, hits into the goalie. Incidental contact, now chasing it down the other way, that's Formica. But winning the battle is Cameron Speakman. Speakman can't get it out. Looks. And now another penalty, and this might go against Freeport. Now more stick play as Daniel Kolfesh gets a stick in on Anthony Formica.
Did you see, and I'm sorry, did you see Miller, though? He came through late, found Haberstroh, gave him a little body check, and you see that happen at the NHL level.
Oh, yeah.
But at the PIHL, you don't see it. You're not supposed to see it happen. That's not.
I have a problem with the headbutt and the open end slash with no one's looking. You just can't do stuff like that. You're going to hurt people, and you don't. That's the one thing you don't want to see. Let's get back to some of these penalties. It was.
You're going to have to give them to me at the break.
Connor Bunn, 2 minutes for hooking. That made it 4-on-3. Bunn has come back on, and now it's Daniel Kolfesh is going to get 2 minutes for slashing, and it is McCort 4-on-3 for the next 1:16.
I lost track of the penalty, so you'll have to give me the break.
We'll get it during the break. We'll take care of it. Don't forget, upcoming, we'll have the scoring summary. We'll take a break. You'll hear from some of our sponsors, and we'll get you ready for period number 3. 2-1 Freeport, 1:42 to go. The rest of this period will be on the power play for McCort. Actually, 109 of 4-on-3, and then it'll be 7 seconds of 4-on-4, and then they will have a 7-second into the third period if no one scores 5-on-4. Hopefully my math is right there. Into the corner is Bunn. He's okay. He skates. He looks. He tries to go around a man and doesn't. And now coming out with it, that's Robert Reichenbach. Reichenbach through one man, through two, and loses the puck. And Reichenbach and Phillips collide. Now Reichenbach comes out with it. Reichenbach's going to turn it up. He's going to do the Paul Coffey. Red line, blue line, red line, blue line. Goes around a man. Good defense there by Christopher Miller to get the puck away from Reichenbach, who had speed.
He did have speed. Good job by Miller, though, to get his stick on the puck and just deflect it away, take enough off of the attack to slow it down and allow your self-defense.
Phillips behind the net, loses an edge. Phillips goes, corner. That's just going to be just Mickey, can't clear. Now back into the corner, that's Garrett Smith with it. Smith looks. He tries to get it past the point. He does it. Stolen away by Bunn. Shot, goal! Connor Bunn ties it at 2. A power play goal.
So your math won't have to matter because you're going to...
That should take care of the power play that was just recently because
the 49 seconds.
Yeah, that should. Because you're not... The major penalty goes no matter how many goals, right?
Right.
So we're going to have 11 more seconds of 4-on-4, and then Freeport... No, and then McCort will have a 31-second power play. So power play goal to tie it. Connor Bunn makes it 2-2. And despite the silly penalties, they tie it up. 4-on-4 now for the next 11 seconds. It's going to be Miller. Gets it up to Bunn. Look out here. Here comes Bunn. Pass over to Formica's shot. Can't get a shot away. Now it's a power play. And actually, there's the man can't come out on a major penalty until a face-off comes, so they won't get a power play here, Brandon. Because a major penalty, you can only come out after that.
Stoppage.
Yeah. So Frazetta goes down. 14 seconds to go. Freeport's going to kill this off. It looks like 4-on-4.
They'll get three or 4 seconds in the third period.
Aberstraw looks, throws it, wide open shot, taken, hits the post. As Bradley couldn't get there, and heavy checks put on. But we end 2 minutes, 2 periods of exciting play. Freeport led it 2-0. And 2 goals by McCort to tie it at 2. After 2 periods, we'll come back. We'll have the scoring summary. We'll get you ready for period number 3. You are listening and watching PIHL High School Hockey 2016, only here on the MSA Sports Network.
Life is about having the confidence to know you can do anything right. I get that at Carlo.
I graduated with top awards, but beyond the classroom, Carlo helped me learn a lot about myself.
Carlo brings out the best in you.
I know I'm going to be a fantastic nurse.
I know whatever I come across, I'll be prepared.
I can't think of a better place to start the rest of my life, because at Carlo, I know I matter.
I matter.
I matter.
Enroll at Carlo University. Visit carlo.edu.
MSA sports broadcasts are now available on both Android and iOS devices. Just navigate to the game of your choice, and on your mobile device, press the arrow or play button. It's that easy. No app needed. No matter where you are, MSA sports content is available at your fingertips via your iPad, Android phone, iPod, and iPhone. Anytime, anywhere, always there. The MSA Sports Network. When looking to replace your athletic field, choose ProGrass, first in turf. ProGrass has installed over 500 fields in the U.S. Getting the best artificial turf for your field depends on both the product and the partner you choose. That's why architects, athletic directors, and players choose the ProGrass Performance System. ProGrass maintains an active presence in the synthetic turf industry as members of the Sports Turf Management Association and the American Sports Builder Association, and is proud to be recognized as the FIFA preferred manufacturer. Call ProGrass today, 866-270-6003, or visit them on the web at www.progressturf.com. ProGrass, first in turf. I'm here to promote the WPIL Roundball Report with champion head coach Tim McConnell of Chartiers Valley.
What?
The WPIL Roundball Report.
Never heard of it.
You know, weekly show, MSA Sports.
I said never heard of it. Now you better leave before I get angry, and you won't like me when I'm angry.
Did you see the WPIHL Roundball Report? I love that show.
Why, it's Upper St. Clair coach Danny Holzer. You're obviously a big fan.
Never miss it. I love the insight that Dan Rebel, Jenny Lee, and Sam Small bring.
That's the WPIHL Roundball Report with Don Rebel, Johnny Lee, and Sam Hall every Wednesday night at 6 p.m. on the MSA Sports Network.
Make sure to follow the MSA Sports Network on social media this season for breaking news, scores, links to our articles, and much more. Like us on Facebook at facebook.com/MSA Sports and get in on the conversation with thousands of local sports fans. Follow us on Twitter at MSA Sports and check out our YouTube channel, MSA Sports WPIL, for hundreds of video interviews with local student athletes, game highlights, and more. Whether it's Twitter, Facebook, or our websites, MSA Sports is the place to go for high school sports in Western Pennsylvania.
UPMC Sports Medicine is the region's largest and most experienced center dedicated to caring for athletes of all levels. And as we celebrate more than 25 years of world-class care, we're proud to offer more services, have more physicians, and treat more student athletes than any other sports medicine provider in the region. Why would you choose to go anywhere else? To learn more, call 1-855-93-SPORT or visit upmcsportsmedicine.com.
Back to the Belmont Ice Complex in between periods between Bishop McCort and Freeport, two teams that statistically are amongst the best in scoring. Statistically, they are both in the top 6 in Double-A, as Montour and West Allegheny lead in points. Franklin Regional third. South Fayette, McCort, and Freeport with 23. In the top 6, a good team, and high-scoring teams. All of a sudden, a defensive scrum. Things get a little bit chippy late first. The refs don't call things. And then all of a sudden, things get ugly. We see a total in the second period of...
Too many.
11 penalties called. Interference, hooking, roughing, slashing, roughing, charging, game misconduct, charging major, headbutting, game misconduct, headbutting major, hooking, and cross-checking. But the thing about it all is McCort was down 2-0. They managed to tie it, but they could be up even more. They had a 4-on-3 power play for 2 minutes and then took 2 silly penalties.
They had a
5-on-3, which Freeport killed off, and then they took a game misconduct penalty and took a silly slashing penalty when they could have been up even more than they are now, but it's 2-2. Scoring recap, Brandon, you're going to give it to us, but this game has been marred by physicality.
Marred by bad physicality at that. So total shots on goal, Freeport with 13 through 2. They had 7 in the first period, 6 in the second. Bishop McCort, 27 total shots. 16 of those were in the second period, 11 in the first period. 25 saves for Freeport, 11 for Bishop McCort. Right now, Freeport's 1 of 5 on the power play. We're going to say Bishop McCort's 1 of 4.
Yeah.
They have 2 seconds left in the third period. I've never seen a goal scored in 2 seconds from center ice.
From center ice, yeah. It's maybe Mary Lemieux did it once in a junior game. But, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Scoring-wise, it got off to a start at the 5:07 mark of the first period. Stone Haberstraw from Michael Frazetta. That put Freeport up 1-0. 3:54 into the second period, Frazetta netted a power play goal from Benjamin Drzmicki and Robert Reichenbaugh, 2-0 in favor of Freeport. After that 6:40 mark, Trent Karalafa from Zachary Goins, 2-1 in favor of Freeport. And then to even it up at the 16:21 mark, 39 seconds to go in the second period, Connor Bunn got a power play goal that was unassisted to tie it up at 2, and that's where we sit right now.
These two teams, let's talk quickly before we go to another break. Bishop McCort, after today, they play Gateway next week, and then the week after that, they play Greensburg-Salem, two teams that are out of the playoff picture. So that'll be a chance for them to get some points. Then they finish up the season at Kiski, a team fighting for its playoff life. They've struggled. They're really under 500 team. And then they will play Sarah Catholic, another team under 500, and finish up with Westmont Hilltop. The rest of their games, their last 5 are against teams under 500. So McCort, they can win this game. They could propel themselves into second place, maybe even first. On the other side, Freeport, how do they finish things up? They play Greensburg-Salem. a team that has been struggling. Sarah, a team that's struggling. They still have to play Franklin Regional, a top team. They have to play Gateway, and they have to play Kiski. So easier schedule for Bishop McCort. The toughest game, Freeport has to play Franklin. So if Bishop McCort can win this, they've got an advantage toward the end of the season for second place, maybe even first place.
Well, yeah, if you look at it, too, keep in mind Franklin Regional has to play Freeport, and if either one of those two teams wins, it helps Bishop McCort if McCort wins this game tonight. Freeport, like you said, a little bit harder of a trail toward the end of the season, but at the same time, facing Greensburg-Salem, who, like you said, they're down. They have 4 total points on the year. Sarah Catholic with 13 total points, 10 points behind Freeport and McCort as they sit right now on the 4th of February. That Franklin Regional game on February the 11th is going to be a big-time game, though.
Should be. And quickly before we go to break, Connor Bunn, their leading scorer for Bishop McCort's got a goal. For Micah's been strong. Seitz, Miller have been strong. Reichenbach, I think, has an assist. Yes. Haberstroh has a goal. Frazetta's played well. Ruisak is now out of the game. So the leading scorers have done what they had to do here. And after 2 periods, we are tied at 2. Bishop McCort will have a 2 seconds remaining on the power play. And then we will have 16 minutes and 58 seconds left of hopefully good hockey. We will see if that comes through or not. But we are going to go to a break and let you know that you are listening and watching PIHL High School Hockey 2016 only here on the MSA Sports Network.
Attention all teenagers in the South Hills. If you need something to do on a Friday night, look no further than the TGIF skate at the Mount Lebanon Ice Arena. Featuring a live DJ, big screen TV, special effects lighting, and games from 8 to 11, it's the place to be this winter. Mount Lebanon Ice Arena also offers an after-school skate for younger children, Fridays from 4:30 to 6 p.m., and a full range of instructional programs for all ages. For more information, call 412-561-4363 or visit mountlebanon.org.
Own your piece of hockey history with a Penguins game-used jersey. Visit J&J Distributing at www.jjdistributing.biz and check out one of their largest selections of Penguins game-worn jerseys from your favorite Pens, past and present. Or call 724-752-1556. J&J Distributing buys, sells, and trades some of hockey's most prized possessions, including the Penguins game-worn jerseys, Penguins practice jerseys, minor league jerseys, and new and game-used equipment. Browse their inventory today at www.jjdistributing.biz.
Hey Josh, I hear we have a new coach this season.
Oh yeah? What do you know about him, Adam?
Well,
okay guys, listen up. These 2 points are big tonight if we want to make the playoffs. We have to be good on face-offs. Remember your assignments. Be strong in our zone, get into the shooting lanes, and stay out of the penalty box.
Coach.
Keep the shift short.
Coach.
What?
There aren't 2 points tonight.
And the show has segments, not shifts.
Can I still yell at the refs?
Coach, you gotta let it go.
Catch the PIHL Power Play Show with Adam Horner, Josh Roundtree, and new edition Kevin Zomansky every Wednesday night at 8 o'clock on MSASports.net.
Inside of WPIHL Wrestling Circle returns Monday nights at 7 p.m. here on the MSA Sports Network. We have you covered all season long with analysis, coaching, and wrestler interviews. Plus,
we're proud to cover the nation's hotbed of high school wrestling with 2 world champions, 8 returning state champions, and a team that will be going for an unprecedented 10th straight team championship.
Don't miss it. Inside of WPIHL Wrestling Circle every Monday night at 7 p.m. on the MSA Sports Network.
Right now, when you refer a friend to open a new personal or business checking account at First Commonwealth Bank, you can earn a generous cash reward. It doesn't even have to be a friend. Could be a relative. Could be a Bruins fan. Could be that guy over there with the weird hair thing going on. It doesn't matter. Refer anyone to open an account and it will really pay off for you. They'll even get a cash reward themselves, no matter who they root for. First Commonwealth Bank, member FDIC. Learn more at a local branch or visit fcbanking.com.
UPMC Sports Medicine is the region's largest and most experienced center dedicated to caring for athletes of all levels. And as we celebrate more than 25 years of world-class care, we're proud to offer more services, have more physicians, and treat more student athletes than any other sports medicine provider in the region. Why would you choose to go anywhere else? To learn more, call 1-855-93-SPORT or visit upmcsportsmedicine.com.
Back to the Belmont complex in Kittanning, just outside of Ford City, right off the Route 28. If you are from this area. Neighboring school districts, Freeport, used to be Ford City, now Armstrong, which is made up of Ford City and Kittanning. Beautiful, beautiful, scenic Freeport. Home tonight to Bishop McCort from Johnstown. And Brandon, I'm going to say about, I don't know a good way from here to get to Johnstown. I'm sure there's a way.
422 straight up.
What are we talking, an hour and a half, 2 hours?
An hour and a half. I used to go through Johnstown to get to Penn State when I was going to college. I'd pass right past Bishop McCort High School.
Well, we're here, and we thank all the fine folks from Freeport and Bishop McCort who voted this game amongst the three to be the PIHL Video Game of the Week. It was voted on, and Brandon and Jess are both glad to travel here. You're especially glad to travel here. You're 5 minutes away.
Well, especially with tomorrow
Jess
night.
about an hour away or so. She's an hour and a half. I'm about an hour away. Brandon, backyard.
Well, tomorrow night, what do you want?
Did you take the bus here? Did you take the Freeport bus here?
No, they don't bring a bus.
Yeah,
Did
one of the parents bring you?
It's still a club sport.
Did you take a limo here?
No. I'm not that big.
Well, I know you're big time at Freeport. Nothing happens at Freeport. Oh, you did say there was going to be a big student section here, and I see no kids at all. So your information was wrong, my friend.
I saw Ryan Weigel, the quarterback for the football team.
Yeah. Your information was wrong. And it is offsides as we start period 3. And the power play is now over for McCort. So they are now 1 for 5.
1 for 4.
1 for 4. Josh Roundtree tells me Rostrey Rice Garden may be colder than the airport right now.
Oh, boy.
Jess Levo was right from her statement last week when me and Matt Vandriak. He is at Rostrey. We're doing the Sarah game. We are at 2-2 here. McCort and Freeport. Skating down. That's Reichenbach. Throws it to the front of the net. And diving is Bradley. Freeport now goes right to left. And McCort left to right. Fresh sheet of ice. After the intermission, what do you expect set period 3 here, Brandon?
A much cleaner period. It's got to be a much cleaner period for both of these teams. And somebody obviously got to put it back into the back of the net. But Freeport comes out attacking right away and tries to set up an offense.
What were the shots on goal for the second period?
6 to 16 in favor of McCort.
McCort now leads 27-14, I believe.
Yes.
Face off to the left of Bradley. And puck loose, controlled by Freeport. Reichenbach turns, shot blocked. Reichenbach gets the puck back, wins the battle with Nathan Necht. Now into the sideboards. And flying is Robert Reichenbach. Reichenbach comes out of there with it, tries to pass, it's blocked. Back the other way comes Anthony Formica. 5-on-5. We skate puck into the bench, and we will have a face-off near the Freeport bench. 16-11 remaining in the third period, 2-2. Go ahead.
Both teams decide to change lines after that puck goes up into the bench. 49-second shift for both first lines. Neither of them wanted to get off the ice.
Face-off, controlled by McCort, dumped in by Tyler Turnbull. No one chases. Going to get it is Cameron Speakman. Speakman over to the big man. Garrett Smith on D. He loses it. Now back in his defensive position. Man goes down. Does Cole Berkelbaum. No call. Now a scrum in the corner. Fighting for it is Tanner Hill of Freeport. Garrett Smith back in there as well. He moves the pile and comes out with it. Garrett Smith fires it. Nicholas. That's not Rusak. That is number 22. I'm sorry, Cal Hazlitt keeps it alive.
I say it can't be Rusak.
Yeah, Rusak's out of the game. And Interreri with it. Interreri now, they can't get it out. Freeport having a problem getting it out. Interreri to the left side to Hazlitt. Hazlitt now wheels behind his own net. Good pressure by McCort, not allowing Freeport to come out. They finally bring it out. Oh, and Hill misses a chance for a possible breakaway. But here comes Hill. He fires it, tries to find a man. That was Thomas Interreri. Can't find him. Puck loose, center ice. Smith with it. And he turns and softly dishes it back up to center ice where it's intercepted by Richard Phillips. Now back the other way. Heavy check put on by Coralfla. And Smith misses it. Interreri will dump to center ice. Puck won by Richard Phillips, who dumps. So far now, Bishop McCort has the better of the play so far, but they have not really got a shot on goal or done much. 14:42 remaining in the third. McCort loses the puck. That's Hazlitt, has been out there a long time. He can't control. Freeport needs a line change. And McCort comes up. That's Bunn with it. Bunn, who has the tying goal, loses the puck. Regained by McCort, dumped back in. Kind of surprised that some of the guys were out there a long time for Freeport. Now there's Mickey out there. Chasing the puck. Here comes Reichenbach. Reichenbach, center ice. Makes a move. Oh, brilliant save by Bradley. He almost had, it didn't look like he was going to get a breakaway, but then he did get the breakaway. Brilliant save by Bradley to keep it tied at 2.
And that's the speed of Reichenbach. He was able to make one move, make one man miss, and end up getting a breakaway out of it.
He's fast. I talked to his grandfather before the game. He said, hey, I know he's my grandson, but I'm telling you, he's the fastest kid. One of the leading scorers. I said, yes, he is. Very good. McCort with it. No dump. That's going to be Zachary Goins, who has an assist, I believe.
Yes.
Back the other way, it's Haberstroh. Haberstroh, pass up to Reichenbach. Reichenbach, right side, good defense, but they lose the puck. Reichenbach throws it to the net. Save made by Bradley as they all converge. 13:30 remaining, third period, 2-2, Freeport and Bishop McCort.
And the one thing is each time Freeport shoots the puck, they're attacking the net and they're getting somebody in on the crease. When Bishop McCort shoots on the other end of the ice, they're not quite as attack-minded, if you will, toward the puck and not really trying to get a rebound. Not that they're giving up rebounds. Oh my goodness,
Bradley,
Houston
and Bradley. Back the other way, and McCort loses it. Picked up by Speakman. Speakman gets it to center ice up to Haberstroh. Haberstroh, lead man pass to Reichenbach, who shoots it, and it goes above and beyond everything and out of play. 13:13 remaining, 2-2, third period.
I think Bradley actually got a glove on that before it went out of play, but it easily would have bounced 6-7 feet above the glass.
2-2 game, two high-scoring teams, two teams that have not played in a lot of close games, but enough of them. Coldflesh winds to take a shot. Puck gets stolen away. Back the other way now. Here comes Christopher Miller. Miller on Speakman. Miller, shot! Save made by Houston. Sticks it aside. Beautiful save by Houston. Both goaltenders fighting to be in the top 3 stars. We'll reveal that after the game. Shot taken, goes past everything. That shot taken by Christopher Miller. I don't know, check that was Cole Berkelbaugh. Now losing his stick is Tyler Turnbull. He kicks the puck behind Freeport's net, and Speakman will come out of there with it. Now Speakman turns, he moves. Blue line, red line, blue line, still has it, turns, goes to the corner, throws it to the front of the net, puck loose. Stick on it, but puck comes to center ice. Saran will dump. And the third line, and young Case Haberstroh out there for Freeport. Back the other way comes McCort. Here comes Richard Phillips. Goes around a man, throws it to the front of the net, deflected by Tanner Hill. Hill into the corner, gets checked. Hill still has the puck. He kicks it behind his own net. Good play by him. That's Case Haberstroh now. Fights for it, gets turned around, and Formica gets by him. Formica throws it to the front of the net. Loose puck, shot taken. Backhander goes by everything by Coralfa, who has a goal. Coralfa, now McCourt's buzzing. Another backhander goes by everything. They can't get a shot on goal. Still buzzing as the third line getting taken advantage of a little bit here against the first line. Tough to play against these guys, and Connor Bunn loses it, and that's going to be icing, and that's going to be icing on Freeport.
Not a bad move by the Yellow Jackets there. Clear it out of the zone.
Yeah.
Change it up. Get your third line off the ice. And looks like they're going to bring out not the first line. They're going to bring out the second line.
Yeah, Hazlitt, Dresmicki, and you know what? I mean, you're Bishop McCort. That's the second time tonight that's been line 1 versus line 3. And if you're Freeport, first chance you get rid of the puck.
That's a win.
That's a win, and you'll take that every time. How that matchup happened, I think sometimes Freeport wants to put that third line out and get guys a rest, and McCort going with 2 lines for the most part. And here's Rozier now, and Berkelbaugh. Berkelbaugh into the corner. Berkelbaugh can't control. Freeport's Intrary with it, and then he gets off the puck. The big man Garrett Smith comes out of there with it. Back to center ice. Loose puck handled by Nathan Necht. He dumps. Cameron Speakman back out there again. And so in effect what this will do is probably put line 1 versus line 1 coming up next. Intrary will chase Necht. Puck at center ice. Speakman gets it. He dumps. Chasing is Nathan Necht. 10:50 remaining, 2-2 tie. If it's tied, they play a 5-minute overtime. And that's it. All they'll do here in the regular season. Miller up to Tyreek Rozier. He loses it. Coming out of there with it is Frazetta. Frazetta's second big play by Miller. Frazetta still has it. He wheels. Red line. Blue line. Gets between a man. Backhander. Oh, it just misses the corner of the net after it deflects off a defenseman. Beautiful play by Frazetta, who almost scored on a backhand. We're going to get a penalty. Interference called, and I think that might be against Freeport. Nope. Wrong. No, wait a minute. That might be Frazetta. Yep, Frazetta's going to get called for interference. At 10:16, this will be the fifth
power play.
So both teams now with 5 power plays, is that right?
Yes.
Or is it the other way around?
No.
Okay, you're positive. Okay. Interference call against Frazetta.
6:44 mark.
So now McCort with another excellent chance to go up. Tied at 2. And McCort handles it. In their own zone, they look for Bunn. Connor Bunn, their leading scorer, gets it up to Formica, who loses it. Taken away by Cassandra Saran. Give Cassandra credit. She's one of the 4 out there to kill penalties. She does a good job. Bunn looks, loses it, and taken away. And now Habershaw tries to take it away. Now 3-on-2 if they hurry. Here comes Bunn. Shot taken, misses everything. Goes behind the net. And Freeport wheels out of there with it. With speed, here comes Reichenbach. He's your best penalty killer with speed. Goes around 1 man, goes around 2. Can't get a shot on net. Down behind the net. Far side, he's going to bring it all the way out and dump. Smart play by Reichenbach. And now Saran loses it. Look out here. And Saran eventually wins the battle. And Anthony Formica loses that battle. Shot taken, stuck away by Houston. Give Saran credit. She lost a puck, but Formica couldn't beat her to it. And with 9:19 remaining in the third period, 103 on the penalty, 2-2.
30 shots on goal for Bishop McCort so far. Especially after early, they were down 7-2, 7-3 for shots on goal, and they've only given up 10 shots since.
Speakman, Coleflesh, and Intreri come out. And puck to the corner. It's Cole Berkeball. One thing for sure is McCort has 53 seconds remaining on this penalty, but can they get any shots? Berkeball into the corner, looks, dumps. Into the corner, that's Tyreek Rozier. Can't do anything with it. Freeport wins that battle. And checking him is Templin. Puck loose. Freeport waits, tries to clear it. They cannot. Now they finally do, but intercepted by McCort and Goings. Goings right side. Heavy hit put on by Hill. Goings in the corner. Looks for a man. He's got Berkebile and Templin. Comes out to Templin. He skates in, moves, gets it over to another man. Phillips shot. Misses everything. Boy, they have not been able to get the puck on net. Now to the point. That's Goings. Shot blocked. Loose puck in the corner. Templin can't control. Freeport with 8 seconds remaining. Can't clear. Still fighting for it is Templin. Scrum in the corner, and Freeport is going to kill this penalty. Another penalty. They go 1 for 5, does McCort. Templin takes a hard check. We're 5-on-5 now. Frazetta with it. He comes down 1-on-2. Right side. Frazetta tries to go around the man. Goes to the corner. Battles Goings in the corner. Puck loose. McCourt's going to come out of there with it. They dump to center ice. It's Saran with it. Saran to Haberstraw. Haberstraw 3-on-2 if he hurries. Haberstraw left side pass. Shot. Pass. And goes through the crease. Reichenbach and Frazetta couldn't put it on net. Reichenbach goes down. He's back up. Frazetta with it. Frazetta looks. Goes down. And we get a call. And that's going to be a penalty against McCort. And that's going to be a cross-check as Frazetta goes down. And Freeport will go on their 6th power play of the night.
Frazetta, that pass in the crease just a little bit too far into his feet. Wasn't able to get the shot off. Ends up taking the puck and trying to come out toward the blue line. Try to settle it down a little bit and ends up drawing the penalty.
Freeport taking its time. Did they call a timeout? They might have called a timeout. Nope, they didn't call a timeout. They went to the bench to kill a little bit of time, to keep their best guys on. Nice little move there.
That's hockey.
Nice little move there.
Is part of hockey.
Go to the bench, pretend there's going to be a timeout, and then come back to get their breath. So Haberstraw and Reichenbach stay out. Interesting.
With Frazetta, too.
With Frazetta, so they're a little bit winded, not a lot. And now back to Saran at the point. She's going to be on the power play. She turns, looks, gets it over to Drzmicki. Drzmicki into the corner to Haberstraw. Haberstraw, it's a huge part of the game right here. Haberstraw back out to Drzmicki. Drzmicki looks over to Haberstraw. Haberstraw comes in, shot, partially blocked. Loose puck. Reichenbach with it, tries to make a move, gets behind the net. Out of Frazetta. Frazetta fires it, in front, bounces, goes by everything. Oh, he tried to bounce it in again like he did his first goal. Puck stays in. Reichenbach with it, comes in, passed. A little give and go with Frazetta. And Frazetta takes a man down, and we're going to get
frozen puck.
Frozen puck. The puck was moving.
Well, it was underneath the body at the same time.
So with that, 6:50 remaining, 1:17 in the Freeport power play here in the third period.
Drzmicki did a good job there on the point, keeping the puck in the offensive zone on the power play. Now, if I was Freeport, I'd think about calling the timeout to keep the big guns out there for the rest of the power play.
Good point. I'll give you credit. It doesn't happen a lot. But when you have a gem, I give it to you. And Saran loses the edge, and Freeport has to come back onside. Now Reichenbach looks, makes a move, shot, save made by Bradley. Oh, can Reichenbach create his own shot? 1:03 remaining in the power play. Saran keeps it in there. Frazetta with it. Frazetta makes a move. Frazetta can't keep it. Now it's Haberstraw. Haberstraw makes a move, shot, big save made by Bradley. Now Frazetta in the corner. Frazetta looks now. Saran winds up, shot taken, deflected into the corner. Christopher Miller with it. He tries to wind it around, and he does. And you would think that McCort would get some fresh troops out there, and they get a couple of fresh guys out. 37 seconds remaining in the Freeport power play. Here comes Reichenbach. He loses the puck, iced.
That's what not taking that time out there does. Yeah. You can see Reichenbach.
They're tired.
He's chugging a little bit.
Now Haberstraw. They're young kids, but they do get tired. Haberstraw, blue line. Haberstraw makes a move, takes a shot, misses the net. Now behind the net, he gets the puck. Tries to throw it to the front of net, blocked. Now to Smith at the point. He loses it. Look out here. Smith will go back and get it over to Drzmicki on D. Drzmicki being chased by Templin. Power play over. 1-for-6 is Freeport. 1-for-5 is McCort. Now Reichenbach still out there. Tanner Hill checked hard off the puck. Smith comes in, puts his body into a couple of guys. A lot of guys in there now. 5 guys fighting for the puck, and finally the puck is iced with 5:11 remaining. 2-2 here in the third period between Freeport and Bishop McCort.
Yeah, Freeport that time really kind of peppered the net on the power play, not able to get anything behind the goaltender, but surprisingly decided to go to the shoot first, ask questions later type mentality, and almost snuck a couple behind Bradley in the net.
Tanner Hill takes the face-off. Better watch here, and that's a loose puck. And Goins comes out there with it. Nice play by Drzmicki to keep it alive. And now McCort having trouble getting it out of their own zone. They get it out, but it's right to Saran, and she just dumps it. But taken away again, this time by Bunn. Bunn loses it. Drzmicki takes it away. And there will be icing here on Freeport with 4:46 remaining. Mistake by Freeport. There'll be a face-off in Freeport territory. And to the right of Houston.
Interested to see the line. It looks like Freeport's going to stay with their second line with Hill, Intreri, and who is that on the far side?
Speakman,
22.
Hazlitt. Freeport wins the face-off but can't control. And I don't know if we'll see that third line anymore. I think it's going to be line 1 and 2 for both teams. That's Templin. He loses it. Intreri comes back the other way. Now Berkebaugh steals. Hazlitt with it. He dumps. Controlled by McCort. I would think both teams would be playing some defense here. Loose puck. Playing between the blue lines. It's Smith. Gets it up to Hill. He loses it. Smith again. He tries to dump right in front of us. A little bit of a scrum. Hill is there. Intreri is there. Templin is there. Berkelbaugh was there. And a check put on by a Necht. Necht hits Intrary. Berkelbaugh there. Hazlitt there. Puck loose. Gets back into McCourt's territory. A lot of nice checking. A lot of heavy hitting. Here comes McCort. Look out here. Here comes Miller. Miller with some speed. Stops at the point. Turns around. Blasts off of Smith into the corner. Gives up his body. Now it's Hazlitt into the corner. Hazlitt over to Speakman. Speakman, far side. He's going to break out. Speakman, now it's 2-on-2. It's Hooks and Bednar. Bednar looks offside. Hooks on the right side. 3:31 remaining here at third period. Freeport, McCort, 2-2.
Nice kick save by Smith there. Going down to the other end. Did a good job getting his left leg in front of the shot and deflecting it wide. And Freeport's going to go to their big guns now. It's Reichenbaugh, Habistro, and Frazetta are out on the ice.
Face off one, and Cassandra Saran dumps again. She's played a regular shift on defense. Done pretty well. She's made a couple of mistakes, but defensively sound. Stops the puck, looks, dumps. And Haberstraw out there. Number one line, Haberstraw. He gets it left-hand side. He comes in, makes a break, tries to go around a man. Good defense. That is number 17. That's Zachary Goins. Makes a big play. He gets it up now to Anthony Formica. Formica around the man, and there's Mickey. Takes him to the side. There's Mickey now with it. Saran gets it to him. There's Mickey up left-hand side now to Frazetta. Frazetta clears temporarily. Frazetta now dumps it. Soft dump into McCourt territory with 2:48 remaining here in the third period. Back up, and Saran misses it. They're going to say no ice.
That's the right call.
She could have played. Yeah, I agree. I mean, seriously, folks, that's the game of hockey. She definitely could have played that. No doubt about it. She just missed it. That's not icing. Now it's just Mickey. Center ice taken away by Goins. Goins dumps and goes after it. Goins into the corner. Looks for Bunn. Now Bunn chases. Now back up to the point, and Phillips. Phillips dumps back in. Chasing it now. That's going to be Turnbull. Turnbull throws it to the front. Bunn can't get it on net. Bunn has it behind the net. He's battling a man. That's going to be Saran, I believe. Now Bunn with it. Gets it out to a man. Stolen away by Stone Haberstroh. Haberstroh gets it up to Frazetta. Frazetta has a man. Looks. Fires. Shot taken. Save made by Bradley. Oh, my goodness. 2-on-1 with Reichenbaugh. Haberstroh and Reichenbaugh. And a save made by Bradley. 1:53 remaining in the third. They might not get a better chance than that, Brandon.
Smart play by Frazetta, though. I did notice that Bradley was starting to inch over toward Reichenbaugh, rightfully so, one of the leading scorers in the PIHL. And Frazetta tried to put the shot on net, just couldn't get the body going forward enough.
1:53 remaining. Taking that faceoff is going to be Tanner Hill. Interary has a shot. Taken, save made. Cover up, loose puck. Oh, Interary had a wide open net and fanned on it. Oh, my goodness. He bangs a stick on the ice. He knows he had an open net. My, you're not going to get a better. I said, will they get a better chance than that? And they did. And Interary couldn't get a stick on it. Oh, boy. 1:33 remaining. Will we see overtime? Puck thrown toward the net. Hill couldn't get a stick on it. Now back the other way. McCort dumps. They're calling for icing, and it is. Icing on McCort with 1:22 remaining here in period number 3.
Stoppage came too early for Freeport, though. You're not going to be able to get your big guns back out on the ice for the last shift unless you see the bunch of Yellow Jackets kind of congregated at the bench, and they did the exact same thing again that we talked about on that power play opportunity.
Yep. Too big.
Gamesmanship delaying of the game to get their big line on the ice.
2 big opportunities. Bradley stops the other one, and a Freeport player, Interary, misses a wide open net. Face-off taken, shot taken by Haberstroh. Backhander goes above everything. Now Phillips with it, trying to get it out. They can get it out. Back to center ice. Saran with it. She winds, deals. Puck taken away by Connor Bunn. Bunn's going to dump. Bunn's going to come in. 3-on-2 if he hurries. Bunn with a shot. And a save made by Matt Houston, who hasn't seen.
That's their first shot in a long time.
Exactly. Hasn't seen a shot in a long time, and he was sharp.
They have a total of 4 shots in the third period. Freeport now with 9 shots in the third period.
Freeport had the better play the first 5 minutes of the first. Then it was even for a while. Then McCort took over. Second period was mainly McCort. Third period, back. Here's Haberstroh on a long lead pass. He's taken down, but he didn't have the puck. You think he embellished a little there, or you think he really got taken down? A little bit of embellishment.
Just a
Felt the
smidge.
stick on his side and knew. Felt the stick on his side and then went, the Academy Awards are coming in a couple of weeks.
Just a smidge, but
there was a stick on him.
You can't blame him for the opportunity.
I agree.
You get a power play or.
I agree. You got to try for it. 53 seconds remaining here. Face off to the right of Bradley. Shot, save made, rebound. There was no shot taken. Shot taken by Frazetta. Save made by Bradley. Oh, my goodness.
That's 2 shots from Frazetta. And Freeport's taking the mentality on the faceoff. They're going to tie up the faceoff, man. Have their winger come in on his shooting hand and take a shot. Watch Frazetta here from behind the circle. He'll do the exact same thing when Reichenbaugh just ties it up.
Reichenbaugh with the faceoff. He'll take the faceoff. And he does tie it up, but McCort gets it out of the zone. They can't control. Freeport dumps. They have to touch back up onside. 36 seconds remaining. Long pass from McCort, and they try to get it up to Bunn. Bunn makes a move, almost offsides, but he stays onside. Bunn goes to the corner. A man falls. He's got the puck. He throws it to the front. And back to the point. Phillips can't control. Now, a man has it. That's Formica into the corner. 16 seconds remaining. Formica dumps. Freeport, can they clear? They can clear. They get one last rush, 10 seconds remaining. Haberstroh with 7 seconds looks for a man. Frazetta, shot blocked. And that'll be it. We're going to go to overtime.
Would you have expected anything other? Both of these teams come out of this with 1 point at least.
51 minutes cannot decide things. Is my math correct?
Yes, your math is correct.
We go 5-minute overtime. We'll take a quick break. You're listening and watching the PIHL High School Hockey 2016 only here on the MSA Sports Network.
What you want is to stay warm this winter by logging on to www.msasports.net each and every day. We have all the schedules, the scores, the rankings, and the standings of the high school winter sports, plus weekly shows like Inside the WPIHL Wrestling Circle, the PIHL Power Play Show, and the WPIHL Roundball Report, along with live and archive broadcasts of whatever your favorite high school sport is. Anytime, anywhere, always there, every day this winter. It's the MSA Sports Network.
Life is about having the confidence to know you can do anything, right? I get that at Carlo.
I graduated with top awards, but beyond the classroom, Carlo helped me learn a lot about myself.
Carlo brings out the best in you.
I know I'm going to be a fantastic nurse.
I know whatever I come across, I'll be prepared.
I can't think of a better place to start the rest of my life, because at Carlo, I know I matter.
I matter.
I matter.
Enroll at Carlo University. Visit carlo.edu.
We're back. The PIHL Video Game of the Week. Mike Azadian on play-by-play. Brandon Showers. Freeport proud. Brandon Showers color commentary. And one of the finest female cameramen that MSA Sports has.
Well, wouldn't that be camera women?
Camera women. One of the finest that we have ever had. Mrs. Jess Levo. That girl gets up early in the morning, too, and she's dedicated. She's here. She loves her hockey. Has fun. Does a great job. The video done by her, Scott Majeski, also Chris Lackner. Is that all three? Jody Zangerly-Cook pitches in now and again. Great job by the video team at MSA. We thank them as always. 5-on-5, 5 minutes. If a goal is scored, we will have a winner. If not, we will have a tie game. And we will bring you the 3 stars afterwards. Here comes Formica. He loses the puck.
He's going with speed.
Here comes Reichenbach. This is number 1 line versus number 1 line, I believe. Yes, it is. Back the other way. Haberstroh shot. Puck loose. It is number 1 line versus number 1 line. That's what we got here in the first couple minutes. Saran dumps. Reichenbach. Right side back to Saran. Wide open. She shoots. Wrist shot. Blocked. Boy, everything blocked from the point. You don't see goals scored in the NHL or any level from the point anymore because everybody blocks shots. Puck all the way back in the Freeport zone. And Freeport players and a goalie almost collided. Could have been disastrous. And it looks like a shot taken and punched in by Nathan Necht. 4:13 remaining here now in overtime. McCort has the puck. That's Bunn. He loses it. Haberstroh, it's going to be a 2-on-0. Reichenbach turns and he loses the puck. Oh, and the goal goes off the moorings, and that might have been purposely taken off by Tyler Turnbull.
That's what Haberstroh.
I think he purposely, and then he pretended he's injured. That was purposely taken off by that was Christopher Miller, who ran into the net as it looked like it was good. It was 2-on-none. Reichenbach lost the puck, threw it toward the front, and it was a matter of tapping it in. And to be honest with you, that should be a delay of game. But they're not going to call it, Brandon, but that should be delay of game.
And you see Haberstraw and Frazetta both talking to the officials saying, hey, you didn't have the right angle on that to even make that call. I don't understand. I don't understand what's going on here because they got the penalty box. Oh, the medic is.
Yeah. And Freeport's got 6 guys out there. Haberstraw's having to say, I tell you right now, I saw the play. 2 guys were trailing the play because Haberstraw and Reichenbach were 2-on-none. And they were skating. They're going to drop the puck, and there's 6 guys on the ice. Oh, there we go. And as soon as he lost the puck, he just barreled into the net. That was definitely should have been a penalty. And they control, and that's going to be icing on McCort. Because Reichenbach goes left after he lost the puck, and he immediately turned and threw it to the front of the net where Haberstraw was. And like I said, I think it was Miller who just crashed into the net, figuring, well, you know what, I'll just take the net off the moorings. If they call it, they call it, because it would have probably been a short goal.
Oh, it was easily. Haberstraw had a wide open net.
3:53 remaining. Shot taken, blocked, goes to the side, near boards. That is Kyle Haslett, who's played well. Haslett throws it to the front. Shot taken by Thomas Intrieri, who's had a pretty good game. Bradley with the save. 3:43 remaining here in the overtime. Video game of the week. All of a sudden, Freeport has come back with a lot of shots in the third period.
Obviously, our voters knew exactly what they were doing to take an overtime game for the video stream game of the week.
Shot taken by Intrieri again, and it goes by everybody. Misses the net. Cold Flesh loses it. Back the other way comes Birkenbau, who dumps. Behind his own net's Houston. Houston works, gets it to Haslett. Haslett tries to clear. They get it over to Daniel Coldflesh. Coldflesh goes behind his own net. Loses the puck. That's Templin. Templin gets checked, and Templin comes away with it. Throws it to the front of the net. Intercepted. And kept in now by Richard Phillips. Phillips gets tripped, but he keeps the puck alive. Turnbull wheels it around. Far side, that's going to be Zachary Goins coming in, trying to stop it. He stops the puck, takes away, shot! Misses everything. Oh my goodness, he could have won the game. He had the corner and missed it. McCort has their big chance. Freeport had many chances at the end of the last 2 minutes of the game, couldn't get it done. That's McCourt's best chance in 10 minutes.
Easily.
Back the other way.
On a little bit of a run.
Frazetta comes in 1-on-4. Line change with 2:43 remaining. I think they should go to 3-on-3 like the NHL does.
I don't mind the 5-on-5.
I guess, but there comes Frazetta again. He has 2 men trailing. Dumps it. Shot! Score! Stone! Haberstraw on the assist for Frazetta, and Freeport wins it!
Wow, beautiful shot. Frazetta did a good job clearing it back out behind him, knowing Haberstraw was there. Very nice shot by Stone Haberstraw, and just gets past Bishop McCort.
3-on-1, and they finally knew what to do with it. Who had the assist?
Frazetta.
Frazetta came in. The man went to him, and when he knew the man went to him, that meant 2 guys open. All he had to do was just dump it back and hope that somebody had an open shot. And Stone Haberstraw didn't miss. He buried it.
He wasn't going to miss that time after what we saw earlier.
Yeah.
In this overtime period, he was not going to miss that shot for the life of him.
We're going to be back. We're going to give you our post-game scoring recap and the Management Science Associates 3 stars. Couple of commercials. Stay with us. You are listening and watching the PIHL High School Hockey 2016 only here on the MSA Sports Network.
Who says you can only enjoy breakfast in the morning? And who says you can only enjoy it one type of way? At Dunkin' Donuts, breakfast is delicious any kind of way, any time of day. A breakfast craving can strike any time, whether it's morning, noon, or night. Dunkin' has the perfect combination of breakfast deliciousness to satisfy any craving. Bacon, egg, and cheese on a bagel, sausage, egg, and cheese on a croissant, ham, egg, and cheese on an English muffin. All your favorites anytime you want them. Stop by Dunkin' for breakfast anytime. America runs on Dunkin'. Price and participation may vary.
When looking to replace your athletic field, choose ProGrass. first in turf. ProGrass has installed over 500 fields in the U.S. Getting the best artificial turf for your field depends on both the product and the partner you choose. That's why architects, athletic directors, and players choose the ProGrass Performance System. ProGrass maintains an active presence in the synthetic turf industry as members of the Sports Turf Management Association and the American Sports Builder Association, and is proud to be recognized as the FIFA preferred manufacturer. Call ProGrass today, 866-270-6003, or visit them on the web at www.progressturf.com. ProGrass, first in turf. The home for the PIHL in 2015-2016 is the MSA Sports Network. Not only can you listen to audio broadcasts of high school hockey games online like in years past, but MSA Sports will be video streaming 25 games live and archived during the regular season with exclusive coverage of the 2016 Penguin Cup playoffs. Your audio and video home with the PIHL is the MSA Sports Network.
Back to the Belmont Ice Complex in Kittanning, where Freeport scores the first 2 goals of the game. We have a rugby scrum in the second period. A lot of penalties, a lot of power plays. No scoring in the third period. And in the second period, McCort scores 2 goals that tie it. We go to the third. No scoring in an overtime. Stone Haberstroh wins the game in overtime to make it 3-2. Now time for our scoring recap. Mr. Brandon Showers.
Well, we'll start with shots on goal. Freeport ended with 26, 2 of them in the overtime period. They went into the overtime with 24 shots on goal. 31 shots on goal for Bishop McCort. Power plays, 1 of 6 was Freeport, 1 of 5 was Bishop McCort. Now for the scoring. Stone Haberstraw got us started at the 5:07 mark from Michael Frazetta, 1-0 in favor of Freeport. That's the first period. In the second period, at the 3:54 mark, Michael Frazetta on the power play from Ben Jersmicki and Robert Reichenbaugh, 2-0 in favor of the Yellow Jackets. 6:40 into the second period, Trent Karafla from Zachary Goins made it 2-1 in favor of the Yellow Jackets. And Connor Bund at 16:21 on the power play, unassisted, knotted it up at 2. We went the third period without any goals, and then the overtime. The first combination of the game was the last combination of the game when Stone Haberstraw took a pass from Michael Frazetta from the left side to the right side and netted it at the 2:29 mark of overtime.
Scoring recap. Thank you, Brandon Showers. Appreciate that. And now we go to the MSA 3 stars. Now, for most of the game, me and Brandon were in agreement. We thought no matter what, it's probably going to be 2 goalies for sure, if not 1. And it depends on if somebody gets a big goal, and that's what happened. So the decision was made for us. Our management science associates 3 stars, Brandon.
Third star was Matt Houston, the Yellow Jackets goaltender. He had 29 saves. Star number 2, Michael Frazetta, 1 goal, 2 assists. And the first star of the game, none other than Stone Haberstraw of Freeport, 2 goals, the game-winning goal and the first goal of the game. That was the Management Science Associates 3 stars of the game.
And that gives Freeport their 12th win on the season, gives them 25 points. Depending on what Franklin Regional did last night, they could be in first place, or they are for sure in at least second as they pass McCort.
If Franklin played last night, they don't have any more points because I did all my work today.
Okay, so
unless Franklin played tonight,
that means Freeport takes over first place in the Eastern Conference, and that puts them 3rd overall in AA. But check out the website, check out the PIHL website, check out our website. We'll have standings for you. Freeport falls of 12-4-1 now. McCort falls to 11-5-1. Remains with 23 points. And again, the next game for both of these teams, as we wrap things up quickly, Freeport will play at Greensburg-Salem on Thursday, January 28th at 7 p.m. And then Bishop McCort will go to Gateway on Tuesday, January 26th. As we wind down the last 3 weeks of the season, I want to thank everybody here at the beautiful Belmont Ice Complex. I want to thank my partner, Brandon Showers, for his fine color work, and of course, to one of the finest females running camera here, Mrs. Jess Levo on camera. And the final score once again, Freeport beats Bishop McCort 3-2 in overtime, And one last reminder, you have been listening and watching PIHL High School Hockey 2016, only here on the MSA Sports Network.
This has been the PIHL at MSAsports.net, sponsored by the Mount Lebanon Ice Arena, by J&J Distributing, by First Commonwealth Bank, by Carlow University, by Pro Grass, by UPMC Sports Medicine, by Dunkin' Donuts, and by Management Science Associates. Hockey fans, log on every day at MSAsports.net. Mondays for the PIHL Notebook, Wednesdays for the PIHL Power Play Show, updated standings every day, and of course you can watch and listen to high school hockey weekly at MSAsports.net. The preceding has been a special presentation of the Management Science Associates Sports Network.